Good morning. What's going on, all things? First one I get to say hello to this morning. Andy Gill, what's going on, man? Ray Patterson. All things, what's good, man? Gabe Toss, what's up? What's going on, the father of Anissa? Yeah, it's crazy. What's going on, Richard Paris? What's up, man? Thank you again for the beard oil. I got to tell you, man, you really did add a lot to my life with this beard oil, bro. You added a lot. You added a lot to my life with that beard oil. What's going on, Mr. Jose Lopez? Banks, the boxing fan, Bird 101. I'll wait for cats to go on. I know you guys ain't used to me being on time. So I'm gonna wait for a little while for things to come on, man. So um man, I was just listening. I have not said hello to Ticket TV in a long time, and I know Ticket TV is probably not watching. But man, while I wait for you guys to get in here, I was listening to Ticket TV's live stream about LeBron James. Dude, I had no idea Bronny James was doing that poorly. I mean, Ticket TV was killing him. So, I was taking it with a little bit of a grain of salt because I know he was putting, a lot of mustard on it because, cats don't appreciate that shit LeBron James did. Y'all doing all that talking about nepotism, bro. These cats out here for real, man. That's the NBA, man. That's the elite of the elite of the elite of the elite basketball players, dude. Nah, dog, you can't have no nepotism when there's a million Negroes trying to get in there now. Nah, bro. You can't do that, man. So anyway, I was listening to that. You always on time for now. Thank you, Richard Paris. I appreciate that. Now, I got to be more professional. I'm trying to up my game, bro. I realize that I'm retired, but at the same time, I got a new job. Nishan said, "My morning, my brother. How's your morning so far?" Oh, it's been good. It's been good. What up, though, Nick Ballin? What up, Kentrell LeGrew? What up, Mr. LeGrew? 30%, yeah, but 30% of the league can play. Dude, not everybody's that kid don't want to be in the league, bro. You can tell it you can tell LeBron, you can tell it in Bronny's face, bro. He don't even want to be there, man. Dude, he's like, man, I'm rich. I done had a heart attack. I'm rich. Shit. Let that kid have a break, man. Like, you guys are putting this kid under all the pressure in the world, bro. The kid had a heart attack, man. Let the kid relax. Fuck, I ain't got no problems with Bronny James. And matter of fact, I look up to, I admire the kid, but man, come on. How much pressure you gonna put on the kid? God dang. God dog, man. This dude is hitting, that dude could probably hit all these open shots if if it weren't a million people staring at him, waiting for everything in the world to be on top of him while he knows he's not as good as the kids around him. Come on, man. That's not a good look, bro. What's up, Nelson? That is not a good look, homie. Savage Boy, what up? I got to get something real quick. Hey, hold on a second while I pull something up. I got to get a note. I got to get something so I can blow my nose. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Anyway, like button ain't working for me. Hey, well, Fidel Marcado, we'll just have to live without your like. We'll just have to live without that like. I appreciate you trying though. Hey, Fanon, you seen Better put Devin in his top 5? Yeah, dog, dude. But Turbiev doesn't watch boxing. Kentrell. But Turbiev doesn't watch boxing. Listen, but Turbiev does not watch boxing. But Turbiev has said many times he doesn't watch boxing. So if somebody asked him and he says 5 people, you know why he has 5? Because he doesn't have 10. Look, that's all the undisputeds. Oh, because they're Muslim. Hey, no, I'm just telling you, he doesn't watch boxing. So I know Beterbiev, bro. Trust me, I know Beterbiev, bro. I've told you I'm a Beterbiev fanboy. Arthur Beterbiev does not. He has said many times he does not watch boxing. The only boxers that Beterbiev watches are the ones he's fighting. That's it. Arthur Beterbiev has probably never seen Devin Haney fight. To tell you, man, not all these boxers watch boxing like that. Arthur Beterbiev only watches boxing when Arthur Beterbiev is watching the opponent he's going to fight. Other than that, he don't do shit else related to boxing, but work out and get ready for his fights. That dude is a complete mental. That dude is on complete mental lock, bro. Beterbiev's on mental lockdown for boxing. He only focuses on who he's fighting. And he cuts all that other stuff out. So that doesn't mean anything that he put him on the top 10 pound for pound. He didn't see the Devin fight. Did they ask him if he saw the Devin fight? Even Booth says something similar, if I'm not mistaken. What was that? That they're Muslim brothers, or that Arthur Beterbiev doesn't watch boxing? Arthur Beterbiev doesn't watch boxing. I'm just telling you. He doesn't. Arthur Beterbiev does not watch boxing. But I gotta tell you, bro. I gotta say something, man. Dog Blue Blood Sports TV. Bro, you didn't understand my video, dog. You completely misunderstood that one. Anyway, let's not act like you didn't. Let's not act like you didn't make that. You didn't make a response video to me yesterday, bro. So I'm just gonna be very straight, dog. Look, man. Look, y'all. You cannot scapegoat something where there is no problem. That's not a scapegoat. A scapegoat is somebody you blame something on. See, I'm not blaming Al Heyman for anything. I'm saying they have to do a better job. See, that's a big difference between scapegoating. And what I'm saying is that there's a lot of people that are paid by promoters that constantly put out things that are not true. And it's something that's all over the internet. You know, people say things about Devin every day that are not true. Blue Blood. So I appreciate the video, but I wasn't dissing Al Heyman like that. I just wanted to say that because, dude, I'm the only one that did a video that day about that. So with much love and respect for all y'all, shout out to Claymore Rain and all of that. Nah, bro. What I was saying was that they need to invest money from the marketing budgets and do the same thing that Bill Haney is doing. They need to invest in YouTube channels like yourself, like Claymore Rain. That's all I said, which is the same thing I've always said. I've never changed that. So I just wanted to say, of course he was. I was the only one that did the video. Bro, I was the only one that said anything about Al Heyman yesterday. That was not a piece of news. That was an op-ed that I did. Okay? That was not a piece. Let's be straight. That was not a video on a daily topic. That was an op-ed, and I'm the only person that gave an opinion on that. So I can tell you without a doubt, Blue Blood made that video to talk about me. So I don't have a problem with that. I just want everybody to know that's not what I said. What I said was that Al Heyman is older. So there are new business models Yeah, dude, I've always been not so smart guy. I'm the not so smart guy. Easy number one. Man, look, bro, we all know I'm not so smart guy, even though, quite honestly, dog, I'm a very smart guy. But it is whatever. I don't care. I just don't want anybody getting confused about what I was saying because I was the only one to say it. So since I was the only one to say it, I can openly say that I know that they're responding to me. So I don't care about the response. I just want nobody to get confused about the message. What I'm saying is that I'm not blaming Al Heyman for anything. I'm not saying I think Al Heyman is ingenious. There's no way I could really criticize him. I'm just pointing out that there's a lot of what I believe to be very orchestrated and focused attacks on the reputation of Gervonta Davis, and that they should address it. That's all I'm saying, and they should address it in a systematic manner in social media. You know, like Devin Haney does. Right? That's just a smart move. I'm not criticizing him or saying that he is not doing this or that. I've never met Al Heyman, and I think Al Heyman is a brilliant businessman. But I don't want my message to be contorted or changed around or switched around or misunderstood, with all due respect. So just everybody know that, yes, I 100% am the only one to say that yesterday. And not only did I say it in a video, I said it for like 2 hours on this live stream. So I know that people are talking about me. So there's no need because nobody else said it but me. I'm not the entirety of Gervonta Davis fans. But I will tell you, I do think that should be addressed because I think a lot of this stuff is orchestrated. And I think everybody else knows it's orchestrated too. So, you know, it is what it is. But I just wanted to say, that's my take on that. With no disrespect or silliness started. Okay? I'm not into I'm completely out of the sneak dissing business and all of that stuff. Because I'm about to move forward and we just about to talk boxing. You guys do what you do. Hunter Young said, Fanon, the issue is that when does our marketing team become Bill Haney and starts to fabricate an alternative universe for Tank like they do for Devin? Man, look, dude, here's the thing for me. Hunter Young. I want to talk boxing, bro. I just want to talk boxing. I had such a good time watching that fight with Arthur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. It was a really great fight, man. And we got another fight coming up on December 14th. And hopefully we'll be finding out what the card is soon. But that's just going to allow us to do what? Watch boxing and talk boxing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to do. Period. All that other stuff, you guys can have at it, man. Because honestly, you know, I'm not Gervonta Davis. I can say what I think, but Gervonta Davis is a millionaire. Many times over. So all of this fantasy stuff that we do really doesn't matter at all in between. So I'm about done with it. It's a lot of positioning and a lot of talking, jockeying to hear each other and smell each other's breath. I just don't want to do that anymore. I just want to, let's just go ahead and get these fights going on. I'm not going to be positioning or making arguments that people shouldn't fight each other. And I'm going to point out every time somebody around me is making an argument that they don't want to see the sport of boxing. Because I think I've really gotten it down, at least to where I understand what I'm made. What everybody can have their own problems, but I'm telling you what the problem is for me with boxing. Problem with me for boxing is there's a lot of noise about everybody in American boxing that does anything well. It's a big, everything is such a mechanism to dump on people. And, you know, shit. He said, I'm rich. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That's what it is. He's rich. I mean, I'm not rich, but at all. I'm not rich. You know, I'm wealthy in the sense that, hey, man, I know how to produce income for myself and I'm in good health. And, you know, hey, man, I've made it 55 years. Hey, I think I'm in good health and good stead so far to make it another 30, 35. Sounds like wealth to me. But y'all, we got Floyd Schofield out here saying he's going to knock out Gervonta in 4 rounds. Guess what? I want to see the fight. Isaiah Birdsall said, it's Fanon. Greetings. I love your show. You up all the fighters and honest. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, Isaiah Birdsall. Yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's time to do that, man. It's time to get off the negativity. You got to make this a little bit more fun, bro, for myself. Now, don't get me wrong. I am going to talk bad about people. When like this, did you guys see the boxing scene article where boxing scene actually wrote an article chastising boxing fans because they don't support Devin Haney suing Ryan Garcia? I wonder how much that article cost to get them to write that. It literally, what's going on with Kodak? They literally wrote this article on boxing scene where they give a long ass lecture too. Trust me, I listened to it. I didn't read all of it because, dog, whatever your name is that wrote that, I'm not reading all that. I'll get the gist of all your paragraphs and I'll get from the top to the bottom, but I ain't focusing too much. Pretty much you guilt tripping everybody because Devin got his ass whooped. Okay. However, let me be very clear to the boxing scene people that the reason that I can't speak for everybody, but I don't support that lawsuit is because that lawsuit is a piece of shit that will put boxing out of business if the law operated like that. If the law operated the way you want the way to operate, if the law operated the way you want the law to operate, we could all be in trouble for a whole lot of stuff, and we're all going to be getting sued and have to pay up at the same time. Oh no. No, it's a bad lawsuit, dude, for legal reasons. Bad lawsuit. But they were browbeaten. I got the browbeaten. I wasn't appreciating the browbeaten. And then we're also going to talk about, towards the end, Errol Spence gets Fundura. Because people are starting to get a clue that Terrence Crawford may not fight again at 154. I don't know. Terrence Crawford's out there on a wrestling mat. I don't know if Terrence Crawford's going to fight anymore, man. And I definitely don't think he wants to fight Sebastian Fundura. So I don't get what the WBO is positioning itself for. Anyway, so here's a link, man. If y'all want to get up here and chop it up, you can ask me anything you guys want. Adrian Molina in the building. What up, man? Isaiah Burst, I don't care if you honest. I hate the lying channels. You know, Tank ain't great according to Showbiz because of this fight. I mean, dude, Showbiz can think whatever Showbiz wants to. Shout out to Showbiz Boxing. Showbiz Boxing can think whatever Showbiz Boxing wants to think about it. That's his prerogative. But guess what? Dude is already in the Hall of Fame, Isaiah. Gervonta Davis is already great. It's just, I mean, depends on just how you want to look at it. If you want to look at how many weight divisions he's been a world champion in, that's 3. Dude, that's pretty great. Considering it's great to only have 1. See, you guys are talking about legacy. You forget that he has a championship. That's legacy. You can never take that away. You can never take that IBF championship that he won at 130. You can never take that away. That's a legacy. That's legacy no matter what y'all think. The second thing that he got, which is the WBA belt at 135 pounds, 130, that's also legacy. There's only a certain number of fighters in the history of the world that have had that belt. You know what I mean? 50 fighters. What is it about 50 WBA? I don't even think there's been 50 WBA lightweight champions. I don't even know if there's been 50. That's a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? That's doing a lot, winning 2 championships in the same division. And then moving up in weight and winning another division, another championship. What am I missing? Isn't that a pretty good? Wouldn't you say that was a pretty good accomplishment? Also, if you move up in weight and you win another championship at 140, I would think that would also be considered a really good a really good accomplishment. Most boxers don't do that. But if you artificially raise the standards for people, then you can say they're not great. But if you put him on the same standard as, any human being in his position, His stuff is extraordinary. Okay? You do not have to be the greatest boxer in the history of the world to be great. Okay? How many singers do we say are great? Right? Is Mahalia Jackson a great singer? Yes. What about Whitney Houston? Is she a great singer? Yes. What about Mariah Carey? Is she a great singer? Yes. Shaka Khan? Yes. But do they all have to sell like Aretha Franklin numbers? Do they all have to sell like Mahalia Jackson's not a great singer because she only sang gospel and she never sang secular music? And she never got a what's the awards for a Grammy? Because she never got a Grammy, or she probably did get Grammys, but you know what I mean? Like if she never got a Grammy, that means she's not a great singer. Of course she's a great singer. She's the greatest gospel singer, the most renowned gospel singer ever. So if there can be a lot of people that are great in singing, and there's a lot more singers than there are boxers, then why can't there be more than one great boxer? Why can't Manny Pacquiao be great and Gervonta be great? But see, and the answer to that is obviously they can. But when you do this, well, no, let's look at them like they're in this special class of 5 people. Okay, so when I'm saying they're not great, I mean, I'm only really talking about great fighters. So what I'm really saying is he's not a great among greats. See, that if you really think about what people are saying, they're really saying that Gervonta Davis is not a great among greats yet. Okay? And I think that may be a fair thing to say. If you said, let's look at the great fighters and compare him to all the great fighters, you can say, okay, well, this great fighter did more than him. But then I might say, well, this great fighter, Gervonta, did more than that great fighter. Like, let's take, for example, Aaron Pryor. That is a great fighter that I would say Gervonta Davis has had a career where he did more in his career than Aaron Pryor did. So not even so far. I think he has. Aaron Pryor has some great wins. He's one of my favorite fighters ever, but I would put Gervonta Davis's accomplishments up against Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor had beat Alexis Arguello, but guess what? Alexis Arguello came up in weight to fight Aaron Pryor. Okay? Let me repeat this. Alexis Arguello came up in weight to fight Aaron Pryor. So I would say that Gervonta Davis's record's on par with Aaron Pryor, and he's a great fighter. So what we're really saying here is that what you're really saying, son, is that Gervonta Davis is a great among greats, and he will not be the greatest of the greats if he keeps doing what he's doing. That's fine. But you can't say he's not great, because as you get into that category with 3 championship with belts in 3 divisions. If I can name great fighters that you did more than, clearly you're in the category with them. Let's talk about Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley's in the Hall of Fame. That means he's a great fighter. I will easily put Gervonta Davis's resume and abilities up against Tim Bradley's. And that's not me saying Tim Bradley. Now, see, when Gervonta says Tim Bradley's trash, what does that mean? That means Gervonta Davis is saying, as a great among greats, his ass ain't as good as me. Okay? He's not saying that he's just trash and you can beat Tim Bradley. So, no, he did not fight way better competition than Tank. You don't even know who he fought, Big Dog Willie. I bet you can't name 5 people he fought. Man, most of y'all don't even know who Aaron Pryor is to tell me that Aaron Pryor fought way better competition. Only person that you know that Aaron Pryor fought was Alexis Arguello. And Alexis Arguello was not a 140-pounder. I do believe he was a 130-pounder that eventually moved up in weight to fight him. Kind of like Manny moved up. That's Alexis Arguello. But no, he didn't fight Gervonta. Mike, and I'm telling you, I love Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor did not fight Wilfredo Benitez. He did not fight Tommy Hearns. He did not fight Sugar Ray Leonard. He did not fight Roberto Duran. He did not fight Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He did not fight Floyd Mayweather Sr. because he never fought at 147 pounds. So you can't tell me. I'm telling you, I bet you can't tell me a whole bunch of guys he fought and tell me how those guys are better than guys like Jose Pedraza and better than Leo Santa Cruz and better than Mario Barrios. Dude, Mario Barrios has only lost to Gervonta, bro, and Mario Barrios is the WBC welterweight champion of the world. Okay? Look, man, I know what thank you, brother. Oh, I'm sorry. Big Dog Willie says, breaking news. Bill Haney said on Twitter he used to train with Jerry Rice and taught him how to catch a football and run routes. Greatest dad ever. Yeah, you know. He was out there. And where's Jerry Rice from? Ain't he from Mississippi or something? Yeah, the Hawk is a great fighter, man. But look, Gervonta Davis is good. Would you like me to use another one? Would you like me to use another great fighter? I can find another great fighter if you like me to do that. What about Sergio Martinez at 154 pounds? I think Sergio Martinez, he got his ass, what is this? Kicked by Keith Thurman too? Who is that? You think Pryor's trainer, Panama Lewis, cheated against Arguello? Hey, man, he might have, but guess he had to cheat him twice. Hey, give me the bottle I mixed. Give me the bottle. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about my Charleston White I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Anyway, man, I'm not doing any of this sneak shit anymore, bro, okay? I'm not doing that anymore, bro. No. Y'all just got to understand, I'm going to say this again. The video that Blue Blood did yesterday was about me because I'm the only person on the internet to have done any type of video like that topic. It was me. And that is not what I said. I didn't blame Al Heyman for anything. Al Heyman, I think, is a marvelous, absolutely marvelous guy that is not going out of business. See, I'm not saying Al Heyman is going out of business. I'm not saying that he's not going to put on any shows. I'm not going to say they don't have any money for fights. I'm not going to say any of that about Al Heyman. All I said was that they need to get YouTube trolls that are getting paid by Bill Haney in some way, whether it be in kind or actual money. I don't know, even though I kind of do, but that's what I heard. Whatever the case is, look, man, I'm just saying that I think people are doing that because there's a lot of mistruths going on around, and you can consistently go to people's channels and hear things that are not true. So I say, hey, man, you may want to, Al, start addressing this instead of just ignoring the press because, or the YouTube press, because you may have had a bad taste left. It may have had what you call a bad taste left in your mouth from previous experiences. So anyway, man, I just don't want anybody to get confused about my message because that's not, I'm not so smart guy. I am the not so smart guy. I've been called not so smart guy many times. I'm also known as a dumb smart guy. I'm dumb smart guy and I'm a not so smart guy. Because I always brag about how smart I am when I'm whooping y'all asses in debates. Anyway, I just don't, no disrespect to Blue Blood though. I just didn't want that message to get confused. I didn't want any accidental misinformation out there. Access to Fanon, to exclusive Bill Haney interviews, pops, and fight invites. Hey, look, all I'm saying is I just said Al Heyman and those guys need to watch that because I think that I wasn't even talking about Blue Blood and them. I was talking about all that shit going on with that DAZN stuff, really. That's what I was talking about. I really wasn't talking about like kind of like peonish stuff. I'm talking about like the big boys that are obviously spending a lot of money allowing people to put fights on their to air fight footage on their channel for DAZN. That's pretty amazing that Showbiz Boxing gets to do that. That's amazing to be able to play that much footage. Usually that shit gets snatched down, like blocked everywhere. Like, Turkey gonna block my shit if I put that up. So I just said, hey, man, maybe the PBC can allow people to start doing that. That's pretty nice because that actually is, you're probably going to make more money doing that than you're collecting in revenue for the publishing rights. You know? I'm not wild. I'm not doing the sneak diss and stuff anymore. I got a lot of love and I got a lot of respect for Blue Blood, Ray, Claymore. I'll be whooping your ass, Claymore, all that stuff. But I just don't want to do all that stuff, bro. It's not just I just don't want to do that stuff anymore. You guys lost anyway. It's not just the zone. I've seen famous rapper. Oh, I'm all right. See, that's just paid. Yeah, they're just building that up. Yeah, that's fine. Then that's just, yeah. Then they're just building that up. Dog, then that's paid for then. I mean, look, however, that's cool, whatever. All I'm saying is, hey, use the marketing, bro, because that shit's not accidental. Easy number one. What up, man? Thank you so much for your support, bro. Appreciate you. More power to the people. I hope more people start getting more YouTube channels get shout out like that. I mean, dude, that's marketing, bro. That's how you get that stuff done. You find some. So if somebody to shout you out, if a rapper shouts you out, I would have to pay. I don't know. You can be live as shit. I would have to actually pay a rapper to shout me out. Because rappers usually charge for shit like that. Like rappers won't even go to your club for like less than 30,000, bro. For a rapper to shout you out, you almost have to pay him. Matter of fact, you do have to pay a rapper to shout you out. Anyway, I don't care. I hope all these dudes do it. We need stuff in boxing. Like I said, man, I don't have no problem with nobody's doing no more. That's all. That's on you. I'm happy to have wonderful boxing conversations right here. Anyway. So, do you guys really think Floyd Schofield can knock out Gervonta Davis? I'm very curious. Do you think that Floyd Schofield Jr. can knock out Gervonta Davis in under 4 rounds? I need to know what you think about that. And it's not just, isn't it a fight this weekend? 21 Trackhawk says, hell no. Oh, you lying, bro. Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Hold on here. I'll do it. Phenomenal Show said, this is the power of social media. Haney bots have successfully convinced a large number of people that he has this insanely great resume and is willing to fight everybody. And if you disagree, you don't know boxing. Funny shit. Well, let me tell you, Phenomenal Show. Have you ever played, what's that name of the video game? The NBA Live. I used to play 2K, but what was the one? Yeah, 2K. 2K, whatever. You guys are probably in 2K24. Some years ago, I guess it might have been, I don't know when the last time I played video games was, but it was probably when my son was very, very young. So whenever it was, you know how you can go to these parks and you could play basketball with all these other people that are online together? And you kind of have that social basketball court. Okay, you really can't tell the difference between the people on those that paid for their 99 rated players and the people that literally worked all the way up to become a 99 player. You can only really see based off the games that they play. You know what I mean? Even then, they got amped up skills and all kind of shit. They use all kind of cheats that you may not have bought. So, like, I didn't want to play in that environment because I knew full well that there's so many cheats to be bought. There's so many different, then it's just not worth it because the game has so many people that it becomes rigged. Now, when I started playing video games, it was nothing like that, man. It was playing videos, just going to your house with a guy across the street. We'd all get together in the same room. We'd be passing the controllers around. It was to be able to be around each other playing video, it was more like organic, like that type of fun with video games with people around you, right? Now, now you can do it across the country. That's great too, no doubt. But I stopped a long time ago. But it's not the same thing as playing somebody where you see them right next to you because you know if they're cheating or not. And if they're fucking around pressing funny buttons, you guys can fight right there. And you guys are just going to keep running it back. But anyway, the reason that's what social media makes me think of. It makes me think that you really don't know, like, because people are so much focused on their outward appearance, just like regular life. Everybody's really focused on their public appearance. So when you walk outside, you want to make sure your teeth are white. You want to make sure your head is, my head would be shaved. Make sure I have the nicest clothes, but I got to make sure I got to take a picture so you can see my watch, right? All that bling, 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 bling shit. In real life, most people ain't got nearly the money that they are actually showing you. Okay? So when you see a lot of flash, you see a lot of jewelry, you see a lot of stuff in real, like, hey, man, this guy's really trying to show me what he is. Versus, like, let me find out what you are by me paying attention to you. So, like, I would say an example of that on YouTube is like this guy named Casual Geographics. Casual Geographics content is so good. I watch it from beginning to end every single solitary time. There's no flash in what he's doing. You never hear anybody. I mean, dude, he does 1 million a video every month, bro. Every month he's doing 1 million a video. And the videos that he did the months before are still doing big numbers because he just really understands and loves nature and animals. And it comes across, and it really comes across in what he's doing. And you really get value from what he's saying. If I look at whether or not any content creator or any person is really giving me anything of value, I mean, if they're really big, it's because they're giving me something of value, right? So take, for example, Devin Haney. Devin Haney's fights are boring. That's what most people say. I don't think they're boring, but you get my point. But there's not a real lot of substance in that fight. I mean, there's a lot of skill, right? But skill is not all of the, there's got to be substance with the skill. And by substance, I mean power, excitement, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Kind of like the Beterbiev fight with Bivol. That was the whole time. Devin doesn't give you that, right? Gervonta does give you that. Like, you can literally look at a Gervonta Davis fight. People can say, look at Gervonta fight. You can watch Gervonta Davis fight and you see the fight and you be like, man. Now, you may not be the type of boxing fan that can distinguish between the elite resume of, say, a Floyd Schofield and that of the lesser and insufficient Lamont Roach. We may not all have they may not all have box rec on speed dial, but guess what? They've got 2 eyes that tell me, man, that's fire. That dude can fight. I wonder if he can fight Tyson Fury. See, that's what they'll say. I wonder, hey, man, Gervonta Davis, I think Gervonta Davis could beat Tyson Fury because they don't know nothing about boxing, right? But still, they are getting their value right there. Just like for me, I get that from Casual Geographic because he's constantly teaching me things. Always new information. Even if he repeats the information, it's good to bring it back again. And I support him everything he does. Love the dude's stuff because he's a value. Now, the people that you say are big and all of this, what value do they bring? If they entertain you because they make you laugh, that's cool. If they're bringing you breaking news that's true, cool. If they may be able to stimulate your intellect and be able to do deep dives on contracts that affect boxing matches, And he can actually teach you the principles of law while you look at it, and finance and contracts when you look at gross and raw. You know what I mean? The things that I bring. Because I'm trying to bring you value. You can walk away knowing something because I can teach you something. Just like when you see Terrence Crawford fight, you see that beautiful brutality that he puts upon them dudes. You get value from it. So, yeah, if I pay a rapper to say my name, shout out to Fanon, but guess what? I already had one. I had Dame Dash. Dame Dash said, not Dame Dash, Damian Lillard said he fucks with Fanon. He said it. I was happy as hell. Somebody said, you should check out Fanon. He said, I rock with Fanon. I was like, man, dude, I got Tommy Hearns right here. Fuck a rapper. It's Tommy Hearns right here. Ain't no rapper fucking with Tommy Hearns when you talking about this boxing. You know what I mean? So it's what value you bring. If you find humor, appreciate the humor. I ain't got no problem with that. It's good to laugh. It's good to laugh. It's good to have fun. It's good to have to be lighthearted. And if people bring that entertainment to you and you value that out of them, God bless them and God bless you for enjoying the content. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. I'm just saying the PBC be getting hated on. Something nasty. And they should probably start trying to figure out a way to stop this avalanche because it keeps piling up. And the thing is, it's not a problem with Gervonta because Gervonta is going to be good. Gervonta already made it. The problem is Lamont Roach. The problem is not for Gervonta because Gervonta already is the baddest dude. Them dudes ain't, everybody know that. These dudes full of shit with that. But that Lamont Roach, oh, you guys are killing him. Y'all killing Lamont Roach. Y'all out here killing Lamont Roach like he don't count. And if he goes in there, fights his ass off, puts up any type of decent fight, you still gonna call him a piece of shit. Everybody's gonna do it. The guy that's being funny is gonna do it. The guy that, you know, breaking news gonna do it. They all gonna do it. The Chris Manning's gonna do it. Mike Coppinger's gonna do it. They're all gonna shit on that kid. If he wins, they're just still gonna shit on that kid. There's nothing that Lamont Roach can do but pick up a paycheck now because of the job you guys are doing on him. And every time I bring up Lamont Roach, y'all want to just change the subject and act like he don't matter. And that's the truth, bro. You guys are killing. I said that shit about Al Heyman, not for Gervonta, really. Not really. I said that more for Lamont. I ain't never met Lamont in my life. I ain't never met Lamont Peters. I never met Lamont Roach in my life, or Lamont Peterson. I've never met Lamont Roach in my life. May never meet him. Definitely ain't calling to ask to meet him. But I'm not going to treat him like a piece of shit like you all are. He doesn't even matter to you. He's nothing but a bum. No matter what he does. Because he fought Gervonta, that makes him a bum. But you guys love boxing. Phoenix Assassin said BBL Dev provides entertainment because that ass whooping can't get erased. Shakur provides entertainment because he keeps talking killer Kerr and killed his hand with that sad punch. Tank provides entertainment because he's that guy. Let me tell you. I am so happy Shakur Stevenson was not on that card. I'm so glad they got to get that dude Zapata. What up, Ultraman, man? What up, man? Man, let me put this up here, man. Let me put this up. Thank you, brother. Hey, man, what's up with you? Here's the Cash App in case anybody wants to help me keep the lights on in the channel. The usual suspects are always supporting, bro. Everybody that you see always supports. So, you know what I mean? It's like they are really, really. So, anybody else wants to help? Appreciate you. Take a load off the cats that are the standard supporters, okay? Trust you me, they do a lot. I appreciate you because I can't do without y'all. But honesty is the new. Now, did I seem disrespectful to anybody? Because I didn't want to be disrespectful to anybody. I really didn't. But I don't want to do any of the sneak diss and stuff. Martin, they act like Lamont Roach started fighting at 135, and then they act like Lamont Roach started fighting at 135 and moved down, and he can box him, and Tank has a history. Oh, they act like he didn't start at 135 and move down. Yeah, of course. But they're really acting Bird 101 like 135 and 130 isn't the same weight class anyway. 130 and 135 is really the same weight class, man. That's lightweight and junior lightweight. Man, that weight class is right next to each other, dog. That ain't but a couple pounds. Weight class in between 130 and 135. Shouldn't even be separate weight classes. Shouldn't even be separate weight classes. And probably couldn't be separate weight classes, really, if you didn't have hold on 1 second, man. Hey, thank you, brother. Hey, man, thank you for the $10 holler. Mr. Robert, hey, Jay Slim, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for keeping it on, man. Keeping it going, man. Thank you. I'm going to be here any way it goes now. I do want to let y'all know. I'm going to be here any way it goes. So I do appreciate the support, bro, but I'm going to bust my ass and be here any way it goes. But if you guys just make it a lot easier to do it, believe me. Okay? I'm going to bust my ass and be here any way it goes. But you guys helping and supporting, yeah, I appreciate it. That's why I want to do these consultations for your YouTube channels. That was some interesting stuff, though. No joke. How much money are you spending? I'm sorry, man. I don't want to talk about that out loud because that sounds like I'm dissing, but yeah, bro, that costs a lot of money to do that shit. You know what I mean? Hey, I say, hey, thank you, man. Trey, big play for play. Big, it's Trav. This Trav 202 with the $10 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you for that support, man. Thank you for helping me out, man. It means a lot. Really, it does. It really does. Hey, Ben Frank, new page. Thanks for keeping it 100. Yes, sir. Brent Frank Jr. Oh, you got a new page? Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, Ben Frank. Yeah, I'll keep it 100. I'm not going to do any of this. I realized why I wasn't like really just open to talk about who's talking about me and who I'm talking about specifically. It's because I was in a group of people at a point in time. But I'm not in that group anymore. Really? I mean, not at all. So I'm not going to do that anymore. Thank you, Don San. On the Undisputed game, you can't even fight at 140, 130, 140, 154, etc. That's smart because they don't have, guess why? Because the historical fighters didn't fight in those weight classes, and you have to have too many fighters. The main reason boxing is watered down because there's so many weight classes. I'm telling you, if there was only 8 weight classes, Devin never would have won a championship. Devin would be still fighting to get a championship. If there was 2 sanctioning bodies and 8 weight classes, dude, Devin Haney would have never been a champion. And I'm going to stand on that. I'm going to stand on that. He would have never been a champion. Nope. Would have never been one. Because Tio and George Kambosos wouldn't have been one. Bird101 said, Martin, we got your back in Baltimore. The only channel I watch. Thank you, Bird101. Bro said I was about to ask that. Well, I'm just telling you this. Bro, they can't. First of all, I'm too damn old to be playing video games unless I'm getting paid to play the video game. If you got the skills to do that, then okay, knock it out. Look, I'm just telling you, you guys are killing Lamont Roach with this stuff. I'm a big fan of Gervonta Davis. I am not going to shit on Lamar Roach for I'm not shitting on Lamar Roach or Shakur Stevenson for Gervonta. You said I'm mad I spent 60 on Undisputed. Yeah, you got suckered pressure because they're out there telling everybody how great a video game is for grown-ass men. Video games are good for the mental. Yeah, they are good for the mental. They're good for distraction. They're good for relaxation, but they're also highly addictive. Denaro Breed Kennel. They're also highly addictive and time consuming. You know what I mean? Playing volleyball on the beach is good for the brain. That doesn't mean you need to be doing that shit every day. You got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasting a lot of time on them goddamn games, bro. Like, for real. For me, I remember the day I quit video games forever. I had gotten myself to a 99 basketball player, and I thought to myself, I played like 3 games. I was like, man, this shit don't mean nothing. What am I doing? This is earning me no money. This is wasting my time. I spent all this time building this thing up that doesn't do anything for me and disappears with the next edition. I'm done. That was probably the day I became a man. No joke. I think that probably was the magical moment where I can look back and be like, yeah, you were a man that day. Where you were like, man, I'm done with this shit that ain't doing nothing for me. My son played video games, bro. He played video games very little. Very little. And that's a really good thing for him. That's why I put him in basketball, specifically to get him away from video games. Anyway, if you play video games and you don't get paid for them, you can be a lot more productive in your life. If you spend over an hour a day playing video games, if you 30 years old and you play video games for 3 hours in a day, dog, your ass need to go do something. You better be Kai Cenat, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? You better be Kai Cenat to be playing video games that much. That's like that old joke about that expensive ass Gordon Gartrell shirt. If you on stage with your 5 dance singing with your 5 brothers, yeah, you can have $100 shirt. He said, I agree. I did the same thing with my son. Yeah, I was not like I got him video games. I didn't keep him from having them. He said 3 hours a day, 3 hours is low end for most Gen Xers. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a waste of time. God dog, Instagram is enough of a YouTube. Man, you better do something. That's why y'all ain't having no babies. Dog, you hear racist ass Bill Clinton talk about we ain't having babies. We not having babies. Man, please. Y'all trying to keep black folk from having babies. How if y'all worried about babies, leave black folk alone, give us some money. We'll give you 1 million of them. We'll give you United States of America will not have to worry about making babies. If you get on black people's backs, you're going to have a whole fully populated place. Fully melanated, strong kids with a pension for spades. Fanon, it's like a person at his job doing his job well, and then a person who family member worked there telling him he doesn't deserve his job. Yeah, it is like that. Yeah. Hey, Hunter Young, you got to do you, bro. Hunter Young, you play 3 hours of video games a day, you're the man. Hunter Young, everybody can do it. You can do it. Hey, that's just my opinion, man. Hey, if you can get it done, you can get it done. I can't get it done. I can't get it done. I guess I guess I stand corrected. I'll respect that. You know what, actually, Hunter Young, I'll respect that. I do respect that. So let me acknowledge that, there's different circumstances for everybody. Me, no, I can't do it. I can't hardly listen to music, even though I've been enjoying music more lately, a lot more lately. Rap does suck, though. I have to tell you, your rap sucks. By and large, it sucks. Couple big names got some songs that are good. Some young folk, y'all gave me some songs that were good. But generally speaking, as I like go through the albums and all the music that's out there called rap, pretty much sucks. Pretty much unimpressive, bro. One version, a different version of the same thing. I just hear more versions of the same thing. Like, didn't I already hear that song? Oh no, that sounds just like that song. Let my kids play video games as much as they want, as long as they do extra chores and read. Hey, that's cool, Mr. Miles. You guys got to do I'm not trying to preach to you about what you do with your families. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's this link. I have nothing but positivity on my mind. I'm trying to be a positive member of the boxing community. I acknowledge that I'm a part of the boxing community now. I am not a journalist. No, I am not, because I'm not impersonating a journalist. I am not impersonating a journalist. I make music too. I'm plenty versatile. What's up, De Niro, Bree Kennels? Oh, no. That works. Oh, Hunter Young said, nah, not 3 hours every day. I play about an hour after I eat or about an hour after work before I go to the gym. Helps me unwind. Oh, yeah. That's good. You basically are replacing a shot of whiskey with a quick video game instead of like saying you want to play solitaire or something. So yeah, video games in that sense, yeah. Hell yeah, said neither are they. I know. They imitating journalists, bro. I know what it is. Big X, the plug for the new channel, no skips. Big X, the plug, new album, no skips. Okay, I'll listen to the whole thing. For Big X, the plug, new album, no skips. Okay, I got you. I will listen to Big X, the plug. Isn't he the dude? Don't mess with Texas. I like him, man. He's got a cool ass attitude. Generally speaking, dudes from Dallas got cool attitudes, except for this one dude I pledged, who was a good dude, but god dog, he could be bitchy. Don't mess with Texas. Oh, you test video games. Okay. Yeah, I'm cool with that. You know what it is. Each one is own. To each his own. Yeah. Big plug. Yeah, I like him. I liked what I heard, and I liked an interview that he gave. He got to lose some weight, though. Big X got to become middle X. He got to get down to middle X. Okay? Got to get down to middle X. People don't understand how hard pledging is. Yeah, pledging is rough, man. Gun Bun Demon said, for now I've been around the block. What you talking about? Yeah, he need to be 1X, bro. He need to get his ass down to 1X. And then be a big boy, but you can get down to 1X, dog. You can get down to 1X. You just gotta lay down. You gotta put them, but they gotta put that fried food down, bro. And only drink straight liquor. Okay? And only drink straight liquor. If you're trying to lose weight, you can only drink straight, you can only do shots. Bow. Preferably vodka. I know what it is because you got to lose a lot of weight, big plug. So you got to lose a lot of weight, dog. Just cut that. Just cut out. Got to cut it out. Just no sugar, no pop, no none of that shit. Just get rid of the sugar. You can eat all kind of. You can eat. You can eat big ass steak. Cut that big ass steak up. Big old pile of greens with fat back and grease in it. You can do all that. Just no cornbread though. Just no cornbread, no potato salad. I'm saying you are a cultured brother, a jack of all trades. Thank you, man, but I'm really not a jack of all trades, sir. I have a core philosophy. I appreciate that, but I have a core philosophy that I can apply in a lot of different areas and I don't like to be considered a jack of all trades because that means you're a master of none. The fact of the matter is that I think I have mastered a core philosophy that allows me to address issues in a lot of different areas, which would make me a master of one, but one thing that penetrates all. See what I mean? That's what I mean. No potato. Hell no, skinny dude. We can't have no potato salad, dog. No, I can't have no potato salad. Okay? No, potato salad is off the is gone. But you can have as many green beans. You can have as much green bean supreme as you want. Throw all the the green beans in there. Throw the onions in there. Get you some of that sour cream. Get you some of that onion soup. Get what you got to do. Smack that big ass fat plabber. Boom. You can You can have the oxtails. You can't have the gravy. You can have the oxtails. You can't have the gravy. Okay, so if you want the oxtail, you know what you got to do with the oxtail. With the oxtail, you got to smother that shit in some Worcestershire sauce. That's what you got to do with the oxtail. You got to smother it in some Worcestershire sauce, and it's going to give you a little bit more juice, a little bit more flavor. But you can't have that. You can't have the gravy. He said, why got to be skinny dude, hater? Hell yeah, because you're a fucking skinny dude. That's what you are. I can't stand y'all asses with y'all goddamn metabolisms and shit. You know what it is? You think Morrell? Yeah, Morrell has a chance with David Benavidez. Yeah, hell yeah. Morrell got a chance. Hell yeah. But I as much as I love David Morrell, I gotta ride with I gotta ride with David Benavidez, man. I gotta ride with David Benavidez, man. I gotta ride with David Benavidez. But you know, David Morrell's my guy. So I'm hoping it's a battle, man. I'm hoping it's a battle, but David Morrell's my guy. You know, Cubano. I gotta root for David Morrell because I root for all Cubans. The only extent that I got any type of Caribbean or whatever you want to call it in me is them Cubans. So I'm gonna rock with my people. Yeah, metabolisms and shit. Can't stand y'all with y'all fast ass metabolisms. Dog, them mugs be eating, bro. They be eating like they can eat a pork chop. That shit done dissolve by the time it gets to their stomach. Just all used up. I don't even understand how. Yeah, that carnivore diet. I can't do that. There's too much meat. I don't enjoy all the meat. Facts, I ain't never going against, what is that? I ain't ever going against La Finca. What is that? Man, I'm Caribbean. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. He said, I'm Caribbean and never had oxtails. Look, I'm just telling you, bro. I'm a rock with Cubano. I'm rocking with my Cubans, bro. My brother-in-law, Miss A, shout out to Kel Cifuentes. Shout out to the family, to the Cifuentes. That's my fam. That's my nephews are the Cifuenteses. I have 4 Latino. I have 1 Latino niece, and I've got 3 Latino nephews. So I've got 4 Latinos, direct Latinos in my family. I wouldn't say that we're Latino, even though technically speaking, my mother is Latino, but I wouldn't say that because she grew up in, because her family grew up in Kentucky. So it's really not the same thing as saying somebody came from that area. But whatever the case is, I'm rocking with my guy, David Benavidez. I'm rocking with my guy, David Morrell, but David Benavidez is my guy too. I rock with Cubans. My baby mixed with Cuban. Yeah, I rock with the Cubans. Oh, La Finca is the Cuban boxing school. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I don't go against. I rock with them. So even though, David Benavidez is my guy, man, that's my, yeah. David Benavidez got the experience. And I'm happy they're taking the fight, man. David Benavidez got heart, bro. David Benavidez got heart. Morrell got heart. They're trying to make it happen. I love it. Now, what they are doing to silence the critics, though, is, well, it's never going to silence the critics, but they're going to give good fight cards, man. They are celebrating that fight card, that Turkey Al-Sheikh fight card. Come on, bro. You really can't say nothing about a fight if you get David Benavidez and David Morrell on it fighting together, because that's just as good a fight. Because those guys are young. That's not a 40-year-old Beterbiev. These guys are both in their 20s. Those guys are both in their 20s. And they can both recover from the loss. And they can recover from that loss. Hell, my sister-in-law is black, but because of some issues while growing up, She is fully Dominican now. PTSD has made her everything. Which, oh, really? That's wild. Yeah, I think that's a great. I love that fight. I've not got any callers today. And again, man, I'm sorry to have to say, I'm going to continue to say thank you so much to everybody that supports the channel in the super chats and in the Cash App. Thank you guys so much because you guys are allowing me to continue to do this show. And you have to understand why I have to say that. It's because we have this self-destructive boxing world where we try to prevent fights from taking place. So when boxers don't get paid, guess what? Nobody else gets paid. Which is the amazing thing when you think of the people that want the PBC going out of business actually saying they don't think the PBC should have a fight. So if the PBC doesn't have a fight, that means the PBC is not making money. That means, so therefore, they're actually asking and wanting the PBC to do something that would cause them to not make any money. What I posit is that is the justification for not liking a tank fight. And we got an echo chamber. So look, man, I need to go party with, I'm about to go start kicking it with rappers. Sorry. No, you got to pay them dudes for that shit, bro. You got to pay people for that. I don't have the money to pay for that. PBC is black owned too. I mean, I like that. You know what I like more than it being black owned though? I like the fact that it is not considered inferior. Oh, I'm sorry. It is considered inferior. Oh my God. I almost forgot. What do you mean? A black-owned business whose work, even though it's exceptional and profitable and been around for years, is terrible. I mean, my God, I'm sure none of you guys ever heard of that happening in America, where a black business is doing the best of anybody as far as their profit, revenue, all of that stuff. They're the only ones that are actually making money. But you guys think it's better for non-black owned promotional companies to lose their shirt, and you're celebrating it. You'll celebrate that sport all the way into the ground and then go join what you really want to go join, which is MMA. But don't worry, when you tear down all of American boxing, guess what the fighters are going to do? When you finally reach your dream of eliminating American boxing, guess what's going to happen? Those American boxers are going to go into MMA and they're going to beat the shit out of everybody in MMA. Because they're going to start teaching wrestling and kicking in the gym. And not too long after that, Tyrone will be whooping your ass in every weight class in the UFC. Along with them Brazilians. It's either going to be us or them Brazilians. Okay? You're going to have to literally, but you know what it is. The rappers are just as soft as Devin. Dude, the rappers are gay. I was telling you guys for a long time these rappers are gay. These rappers are gay. I told you these guys that were telling you, F them chicks, F them chicks. I've been telling you the only men that tell you to go your own way, away from women, are gay men. Everybody else is fully focused on vagina. Okay? You better believe it. I'm sorry, it's a little gross. I've been told you that. Any dude trying to tell you to leave women and go with him is trying to squeeze your booty eventually. There's no reason. I'm a noob. Trust you me. I'm a noob. We got brothers. I got 100,000 brothers. I got 100,000 brothers, bro. I got well over 100,000 brothers. We are not kicking it with each other over no women. It is never going to happen. I've never seen it happen. I have never seen somebody be like, What you got to do today, man? Well, I don't know. I can either kick it with you or I can kick you with this dime piece. Dog, it's never even a question. Dude, what do you mean? What are you here for, bro? No, what do you need? No, what do you need? That's it. We ain't never had that. I've never heard that before. I'm telling you, as a lifelong straight man who has no problem whatsoever. I've got, you know how you do it. You got gay friends. I got gay friends. One of my good friends, super duper gay. We about to go kick it out there in New Orleans for homecoming, man. He's an alpha. Super duper gay. Got a cousin. Let me tell you something. He's so gay. He got a husband and he got a flower garden. He got a flower garden on his porch. Super cool dude, man. Been my second roommate in college. We've always been cool. So I don't have no problem, bro. But you know what he did every time he was doing his stuff? He went with the dudes and I went with the chicks. And guess what he would do? If there was a chick that was swimming around him, guess what he would do? He would point her at me. He would say, "You're not my style." You're his style though. And he would just say, "Go on over there." And I would say, "Oops, catch it." And move on, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to be over there telling the dude, "No, them girls are terrible." No, all he said was, "Look, you're not my style. You're not my type." That's what he said to the girls. That's what he said to the girls. "You're not my type, but you're his type." "Oh, thank you so much." "Oh, no worries." And I would be like, "What's up, man? Thank you." He'd be like, "No worries." It was all good. No problems. We don't have that like you guys think we have it in the community, bro. We know if you know somebody is cool, dude, cousins, brothers, it don't matter. You may have a little initial shock, but then you move on and you keep your life going, bro. You know what I mean? It can be a little bit of a shock, but you just keep it pushing. Anyway, I never trusted these dudes. I've been telling you about them rappers. They are behaving as if they are. They are all without their shirts on, jumping around with liquor and weed and sweating. What do you think that is? "Oh, it's just me and my homies." Yeah, okay. We gave that shit up like in fourth grade, like I think 14, 15 years old. We were out of that stage. Hey, in the chat, do you think Morrow can handle David Benavidez's punches if they land? No, dude, I don't. Dude, Scott Mill, a gigolo is a prostitute. I'm not a gigolo. I just like women, and I only like one at a time. I'm not one of your little freak dogs, okay? That's another thing. Why do y'all need to be with 15 people at the same time, dog? What the hell's wrong with y'all? Y'all know something's going wrong, dog. To even be in that environment, man. I'm out. Hey, anyway. But they are going to try to pin some stuff on Floyd. No, I'm serious. I'm out, dog. I'm with Pimp C. I'm with Pimp C. I heard that tape Pimp C said. I ain't heard 3 Pimp C songs. But when Pimp C, when Pimp C was like, "Man, I ain't see me and my boy, we ain't never seen each other naked." Dude, me and DJ OC, we have known each other. Well, we known each other at least 45 years. Dog, we have never, ever seen each other with our clothes off. I've been friends with So Deep for 50 years. I ain't never seen this man with his clothes off. Never. Even when we were at house, I would be over his house, or he would be in my house. Dude, dog, you go in the room to change your clothes, and guess what else you do? You sleep in a different room. You do all kind of different. Bro, if you don't stop, I'm with Pimp C. That's some fugazi shit. You're not supposed to be butt naked in a room with another man, dog. You not. Okay? Like that's me. Exactly. Never. I was in my room and he was in his doing what he do. Exactly. I was in my room and he's in his room. Matter of fact, don't act like we didn't all get with, we had some evenings now. But guess what? This dude went to that room. That dude went to that room. And that dude went to that room. Believe it, bro. What nobody move over, dog. Move over, dog. Dude started looking at you. Hell no, dog. I'm telling y'all got, hey, guess what? All y'all generation got groomed. Your whole generation has been groomed. You all have been agreed. I'm trying to tell y'all, dog. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all don't understand this, dude. I'm going to tell you when it happened, too. DJ OC, I ain't seen So Deep probably working. But look, man, y'all been groomed. Y'all been getting groomed for years. Man, you can hear me now? Shay, bro, let me tell you something. This is how crazy it is. This is how, look, Club Shay. Let's talk about Club Shay for a second, all right? Dude, I don't care. Look, man, what was foul, bro? What was foul? I'm just telling you, bro. I'm just telling you. Club Shay got hit on by Deion Coles. And nobody said anything. Bro, I swear, if Deion Cole said that shit to me, dude, Deion Cole and me would have been fighting, or Deion Cole would have been the fuck out of that room. Dog. Tell them niggas they have been groomed. Dude, Deion Cole, bro. Deion Cole. Stone Cold got hit. Stone Cold hit on Shay. Dude, when he was saying he's talking about doing threesomes. He said, you wouldn't do threesomes? He's like, nah, I never did that. I had it offered, And he's like, man, you wouldn't. Dude, his voice was soft as hell when he said, man, like, nah, you wouldn't even do it. Like, if you had somebody that you really trusted. I mean, what if it was just somebody you really trusted? Would you do a threesome with somebody you trusted? I was like, nigga, if you don't, right there, nigga, you don't get out of my house. Bro, get out of my house. Right there, bro, get up out of my house. What? You volunteering or something? What you talking about? You trying to you volunteering? Dude, that's the first move to get you. To try to make you feel comfortable. Like, it's no big deal. It's normal. It's a human thing. Do you need somebody? Would you like to meet somebody that you could trust that could bring you into the community? Bro, if you don't get your ass out of here, Deion Cole, if Deion Cole don't get all the way across the street with your ass, boy, look, man. Yeah, Deion was on that Diddy time with that statement. I can't lie. I was laughing my ass off about that. He said, we old school, we run, not hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, let me tell you something. I don't even dude, I didn't never do no choo-choos. I ain't no dog. Seriously, man. Let me tell you what. All right, I'm telling you too much, dog. But at risk of telling y'all too much, like, shh, don't tell nobody. Bro, I really, truly value my Johnson. Like, I have very great reverence for my reproductive system. Okay? I'm not playing with it. I ain't putting that shit nowhere where no drama can come flying back at me, dog. That ain't happening, dog. So All that shit with all them 3 people and all that. Oh, no. No, 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 no. If I don't know you, no, no, no. You got to go. He said, nah. Yeah, dog, that's hell no, dog. You're not getting no. 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 They trying to, that's grooming you, bro. That's grooming you. You're going to be like, hey, you and me, how about me and you? You want to have, dude, let me tell you something. I hate to break this to you guys, but if a guy were to tell you this, hey, man, you want to run something on this girl? Do you know what they're asking to do? They're asking to have sex with you. If your boy says, let's have sex with that girl, me and you, that boy is asking to have sex with you. You need to get up and leave and tell that dude to leave too. What'd you come into? Oh, we got onto this conversation about Deion Cole hitting on Club Shay Shay. Dude, I like doing social commentary, man. I like doing social commentary. Yeah, I'm not playing with any of that stuff, bro. I'm not playing with that. Let me go down here. All right, anyway, though. Hey, Banks the Boxing Fan with the $50 holler. Thank you so much for your support, Banks the Boxing Fan, who has supported this channel. I think we made our target for the day. Let me see. Have we made the target for the day? I think we have. Oh, we have. Oh, yeah. Come on, man. Open panel. Thank you guys for your support. No joke. Thank you. I'm going to tell you straight up. Thank you for paying. This has now been a fully sponsored live stream. Thank you guys very much for your support. Can you guys please put up some applause in the comment section for the people that are paying for this? Because these guys paid for it. I'm glad you made your target, brother. You live in the dream. Yeah, brother. Yeah, you always got to do a target, bro. That's how things are organized. So like right now, I'm good. So thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it, man. And Jeep Red Boy took me over the top of it too. So thank you, sir. Jeep Red Boy. And I need to go here's your guys' gongs too. I need to get the gongs back. So can we get a round of applause for everybody that supported the channel and got the channel over the target? We just like a church, bro. We just like a church. The preacher passes the hat, man. So thank you guys very much. You could be giving this money to TD Jakes. You could be giving 10% of your money to TD Jakes. My job is to outperform TD Jakes and Puppy in this live stream. So how can I impress you? Fanon, love your show. Watch it every day from Scotland. Thank you, Scott Miller. Appreciate you, man. My guy, Mr. Mileage said, I learned at an early age sex can get you more than and a baby. You can catch something. Hell yeah, you can. Like, you can catch a lot of stuff from that. It's magic, bro. It's magic. You guys play around. Look, man, I'm a thorough believer in magic. I'm a thorough and utter belief in magic. I come out the closet as a true believer in magic in the real world. That's why I always say, hey, man, I always bring everything back down playfully to hoodoo. Like, nah, I learned it better in hoodoo. Like, I joke about it, but it's kind of true at the same time. You know what I mean? It's kind of the truth at the same time. And what I'll say is that I think that a lot of magic is, and magic being wisdom, right? Because, that's what the magi are, right? They're the wise ones. I don't mean it in like a Harry Potter sense. I don't mean it in necessarily a Harry Potter sense. I mean it in the sense that there's really a spiritual component to everything. And without a doubt, you can manifest things in your life. And you can manifest things good and bad. And there is an element to that in almost everything that you see. Like this misinformation that goes around. So, big facts. Thank you, bro. So, anyway, I lost my train of thoughts. But yeah, man, but it's just like it's in plain sight. It's just in plain sight. Yeah, Banks, the boxing fan, man, that was beautiful, man. Thank you so much for your. So, yeah, man. So I believe in it, man. And looking at that world, looking in the world that way, best place to hide things. Oh yeah, it's in plain view. It's just in plain view. That's it. Manipulations and lies. You are literally transforming somebody's reality into something that doesn't exist. And it only exists in their mind. Think about it. When somebody lies to you, and it literally affects the way that you perceive the entire world. That one lie. If you could see, if you walked into a room and the only thing that you knew was somebody told you that everybody in the room doesn't like you, as soon as you get in, you're going to be in that room, you're going to behave much differently than if somebody had told you going in that everybody does like you. If you walked in there and like, yeah, everybody loves you, I know it. You may walk in there like, hey, be happy. But if the same person who you trust tells you that everybody hates you, then you go in there and you're all nervous and you're like, ugh. It's that one little perception, that one little magical spell that they put on you that totally affected how you behaved in that room. Now, the reason why I say that is essentially magic is because what if somebody said they did it by giving you a little pill made of, frog spleen and rat bone, right? And then that made you feel nervous when you went in the room. Well, the word that he did had the same psychosomatic effect as the pill did, but it was much more easy to administer. It had the same purpose. This person knows that they are telling you something that's not true so that you will have false views in the world. Lying is something that is a very serious thing in the universe. And that is why it bounces back at you so heavy when you do it. And why you should, because guess what? And this is my theory. If you tell a lie, the universe will surround that lie and make that lie true. And guess what? It will do it before you said it. Because to the non-physical, time and space is relative. Again, I hearken back to the theory of relativity by Albert Einstein. If time and space is relative, it's definitely going to be relative for something that light doesn't shine on. So it can change it before or after. Because lineal time is, again, what? It is subjective. Education will take you a long way. You shouldn't lie. And I'm telling you, that's what is happening to Bill and Devin. It rebounded nastily in a left hook right on his jaw. And a lot of humiliation. Yeah, you give it power and you speak it. You do. Because you put it out in the world as a truth. You birthed it from your mouth into the world through thought. That's a power of creation. You created a narrative. And if you get people to believe that narrative, then it will eventually it is true for them. And that's all you need. That's why I'm saying, man, you got to be really careful about the stuff you guys are doing. It happened. It caught up with Puffy. Something nasty. Hey, Floyd, man, they put out a video yesterday on Floyd. Somebody put out a video on Floyd yesterday. I was like, man, these guys, I'm trying to tell you, every famous black person in America need to be worried. Y'all need to be real worried. Because you know why? Because you have normalized debauchery. You have normalized debauchery. Deion Cole, in that conversation in which he was clearly hitting on Shay Shay, he was acting as if debauchery was just some natural thing. That's just like what we all aspire to. Like the American dream is for us to earn as much money as we can so we can drink as much liquor as we can and smoke as much weed as we can and have as much sex with as many women as we can and men and everybody in a big room and look at shiny balls of light above our head and listen to music, and we'll be like that forever. No, bro, that's not it, homie. That's not it. You guys have been groomed. You've been getting groomed for years. Neely Fuller Jr. talked about how y'all were being groomed. He just didn't call it grooming. What he said is that the system is going to adapt itself and refine itself, and that it is going to have more confusion, right? I'm going to tell you who Neely Fuller Jr. is, but let's just say this. Everybody knew that this was going to take place that was paying attention to it because it had already happened before. But this wokeism that you guys are going through, you have been groomed. You guys think it's normal for one man to sleep with 3 women at the same time while they're drinking liquor and smoking a cigar and their life is lived on a yacht. And that is what you appeal. That's what you, with many people. Okay, let's put it this way. Everything that Puffy did, I knew Puffy was doing at some level. Okay? I knew Puffy was having threesomes and foursomes and stuff. Would you say OC? Nope. What are you talking about, DJ OC? I don't know what you mean by nope. Look, many people are looking up as this is your goal in life. That you are going to not have to work, that you will spend your life on a boat, dressed in white, sipping champagne or vodka, and consuming your way into happiness. Puffy Combs was nothing but one long exaggeration. Hell yeah, that shit, exactly. That shit ain't normal. Puffy Combs' life was one long parade of a party. And we are told that you are groomed to believe that that is the end result and the goal of your life is to make that. Not to be in a house sitting somewhere watching on a TV with your wife who may be cutting her toenails while you're sitting back. You may have a little scotch sitting here. You guys may be watching a new comedy on the show. Your babies are in college. Your money in your bank. You know, you guys cracking jokes with each other. You know what I mean? Your parents are in a house across town. You're going to go visit your parents, right? You're going to go see your nieces and nephews. Maybe you're going to get some grandkids. That used to be the American dream. That's supposed to be the American dream. Not, I'm going to drink myself into oblivion. I'm going to smoke myself into oblivion. I'm going to die young. I'm going to die in pain. And I'm going to kill as many people as I can while I do it. That is a homicidal message being delivered to black people every single solitary day. And you have kids that have achieved all of it, right? Think about it. These kids have achieved all of it. They're sitting there in a house with all the liquor they need, all the drugs they need, big stacks of cash, girls all over the place. They're famous, but they still feel like they got to go out and kill people. Because they think they've made it. They think that that's what it is. They think that that's the end all and be all to life. And they gave those kids that very fast, very easy. And it winds up getting a whole bunch of these kids that get into it killed. She cutting her toenails. That's what happens when you're married. You see your wife sitting over there with her toenails cutting. Dude, that's when you know it's your girl. Bro, first of all, some of y'all Negroes don't know what it is to have a girl. You know she's your girl usually when she is sitting on the couch there just doing whatever like it's real normal, cutting her toenails, talking to people. You guys can be around the same house for like 2 days and hardly speak. Because you guys actually cohabitate. You're actually having the same life. Okay? There goes another black billionaire gone. I'm tired of seeing our people go down in flames. Let me tell you something. Your people did not go down in flames. I'm telling you, black people ain't go down in flames. You guys keep believing that bullshit balloon they keep puffing up. I've been told y'all the power in the black community rests in the middle class. Those elite, what you guys call elite, are just a bunch of rich Negroes hanging out with white people all day. That's it. Fuck them. They don't matter. All they're doing, they don't matter. Like I seriously, with people who are like professional colleagues, schoolmates, people that I really think have really great minds. Bro, I just think it's a misunderstanding, man. I just thought that was funny. Okay, having your own wife and a special connection with one person. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, Gun Bunch Demon. I ain't necessarily, dog, somebody don't think that, I ain't completely traditional now. DJ OC, yes, sir. Anyway, man. I just think the reason I say I think y'all been groomed is because you are being groomed. You're being groomed for failure. We've been groomed for failure. Dog, you are in your house. You happy. But they tell you can't be happy. You got to keep going. You got to keep consuming. You got to keep consuming. You got to keep consuming. You got to drink this. Listen to everything Puffy said and everything Puffy did. People wanted to be Puffy. Oh, that's what I was saying. Dude, everybody knew exactly everything that was going on if they did not know the specific details. We know that the New York parties and those guys have rooms where people have sex. That's nothing new. That's nothing. And it's something, guess what? That most people aspire to, because we're told that that's what elitism is. So we're like, oh, really? Who's the elites? Oh, the elites are LeBron. Oh, who's the elite blacks? Who are the elite blacks? Almost all the elite blacks they're entertainers. That's elite. Again, dude, they're only black people that hang out with a lot of white people. That's it. They got biggest relationships with a lot of white people. They make a lot of money. That's fine. But they are not Black America. They are not. They're not. Before they let those people there, let me be real clear. Before they let black people into the Negro leagues, into the Major League Baseball, before they started making stars of black people that they took out of the black community, the Negro leagues were doing just fine. The Negro leagues were just fine. They were making a bunch of money. They were doing a bunch of things, but then there's this idea of we need to integrate. But then they take a group, you sit them on top, and you think they're elite. Dude, LeBron James is only 6'8", 6'9". He's not 95,000 feet tall. I don't see why you guys look up to these guys. You shouldn't be looking up to these guys. You should be entertained by them. That's it. No different than a YouTube channel that's talking to you about something that may intrigue your interest. You look at people for their talents and what the qualities that they bring. You don't look at them from all the frivolous dumb shit. LeBron James, I'm telling you, outside of him being able to play basketball, dude, what he thinks about anything matters no more to me or what he wears or his house. None of that stuff means anything to me. Anything more than, hey, that's the reward he gets for what he does that he's actually really good at. We are now trying to sell celebrity as celebrity being the thing itself. I tasted the liquor what is that, Ciroc? What is it, Ciroc? Is that the liquor that he has, Ciroc? Dude, Ciroc is not that, man. There's some basic ass bar ass liquor that is just as good as that. But you just want to have Ciroc. Oh, no, I don't have to look up. Dude, I don't have to look up. I just got to look forward a little bit like this. Yeah, that shit ain't any good. It's just got a label on it. I'm telling you, man. there's a desire to Devin Haney-ize everything. Where it is your brand that matters more than your quality. If you want to buy a car because the car says Martin on it, and the only thing that you care about is that people see that Martin on it when you're driving down the street, because everybody, oh, that's a Martin. Oh, that's dope. He got that new Martin. Man, that car could be an absolute piece of shit. You could have way better cars coming right behind it. But you don't care about how good a car it is. You just care that it says Martin. Why? Because of this brand nonsense that they've been grooming you with since the 1980s. This personal brand. Oh, I care about my brand. Oh, what does that mean? That you care about your brand? You have never in your life heard me say anything about my brand. Dude, if y'all ever, you guys are financial instruments. You want to make yourself an NFT. You want to say, my brand is Fanon. So therefore, if I put my brand, which is me, on that product, that means that product is good. No, that product can suck. So guess what? LeBron James is wealthy, really, really wealthy from his endorsements, really, for not doing shit other than associating his brand with their brand. And they are getting you to buy it based off their brands. Dude, every time somebody talks about my brand, I be like, I ain't gonna lie, old school right here every time, because I know what it is. You got a brand on you, homie. You shouldn't say brand. You're not supposed to have brands. You're not supposed to be a brand. You're supposed to be a human being. Why you think they all have their own liquor instead of their own schools or banks? Exactly, because they are culture vultures. Puffy is a culture vulture. Jay-Z, if he's selling liquor, he's a culture vulture. He's worse. They're actually people vultures. Look, man, this shit. All right, I'm going to say this, and I don't care because I am like, for real, I've been sponsored today. So I'm about to light in on Puffy's raggedy ass. I put up a video and nobody even understood why I said that Puffy was a piece of shit for what he said. Let me explain to you, Puffy don't think shit about black people. Puffy Combs don't think black people can do a fucking thing. Based off what he said about the problem he had with that liquor company. Puffy Combs is a piece of shit. And every one of you that think this way, you're pieces of shit too. Yeah, Puffy went to Howard. Yeah, he did. Let me explain it. Now, DJOC knows what my background. My background is I come from a company, a family that has entrepreneurial ventures. That's what we do. Okay? We are a black business. We have black businesses in our family. We did information system technology, management consulting. We've done sport. We've done sport equipment. We've done all those different type of things we've done. Okay? And do you know what the biggest battle is in order to be a black business and get business from a State Farm and to get business from a let's say a Coca-Cola or a Walmart. Do you know, just so you know, they can save your life, bro, with the type of business these people can give you. Now, I want you guys to listen to me very closely. I want you to listen to me very closely. I am going to tell you why I think these celebrities are pieces of shit and why I think that they are, by and large, bad for black people. The challenge for 99% of business owners that are black business owners are to get people to do business with them. at all. So we have to be very, very good at what we're doing. And guess what? The reason why they say they don't want to do business with us is because they say you're not as good as your competitors are. And we have to say, no, we're not. If that's not true, we are as good as them. So we, for years in our family business, worked very, very hard to do business, which in our business, again, was helping people solve their problems, right? So this is real substantive work we're doing. But listen to so I just needed to let you know what kind of entrepreneurial that I'm used to being around. Right? My brother owns the largest he owns the largest table tennis company in America. It's a special niche, but he literally is the biggest manufacturer of table tennis equipment of any black person in the world. He's really, really huge in that particular sector. So I know what it is that people have to deal with trying to get business and trying to have people know that you can do business with you because you're good at what you do. So when Puffy says, the problem with this diversity thing is, this is what this guy says, this piece of shit. He says, well, they usually can't find companies to do work to help them out their diversity problem. That's what he says. They usually want to do business with black people so they can deal with their diversity problem. Okay, so right there, that's a problem. You do not want your business in a diversity program. You do not want that. What you want is for somebody to say, I want to do business with you because this guy's going to solve my problems. If you want to do business as a liquor business, it should not be that you can peddle it to the black community. Because that is the benefit that he said. He said, and we all know that alcohol is straight poison. He said, I want to own the poison. My problem with you is you won't let me own the poison. So when I own the poison, you can only distribute the poison. I just want a distribution deal with you. I can buy the poison. I can label the poison. I can do all the poison myself. In exchange for you distributing it, I will then let you in our community. And, everybody knows me. I'm the guy that gets everybody drunk, everybody on drugs, everybody talking about killing and shooting. I'm doing all that good work for you guys. And I'm a billionaire because I do that work for you. But that's not enough. I also need the liquor so I can sell the liquor into the community myself. He is the biggest scab. That is a scab. He has no belief in the ability of black people to produce a superior quality product. Outside of music, I guess. So you want to take, and here's another thing with your brands and these fucking celebrities. They steal money from black businesses all the time. They steal. I'm going to use LeBron, bro. And I don't care what you say. I'm telling you personal fucking experience. LeBron James. I knew, first of all, LeBron James, what he's doing with his son is fucked up. Because I don't care what you guys say about, well, if you could do it, if they could do it, they would do it. If you would do it, if they could do it. Dude, if his son does not belong in the NBA, bro, if his son belonged in the NBA, his daddy would not have had to raise a finger to get him in. If his son belonged in the NBA, he would not have to raise a finger to get him in there. Because the NBA would be begging him to get out of college. So the problem was right there with LeBron. But let's go into the business with LeBron. LeBron and these basketball players literally have contracts with State Farm Insurance. State Farm Insurance does almost no business with black people. Almost no business with black people. Other than selling them insurance. And I will tell you this, though. State Farm Insurance is great about having black agents, independent agents. Shout out to Zach Cravens. Shout out to Joe McGee. Shout out to all the black franchise, black insurance companies, people that work for State Farm. And shout out to State Farm. I love State Farm. However, I got to say this, though. LeBron James takes all the money away from the businesses that could actually do things for State Farm because they get their entree into the black community through LeBron James. And LeBron James ain't shit but a dude that hangs out with a bunch of rich white people. Meanwhile, our businesses, dude, they could be 15, 20, 30 businesses running through State Farm. I worked at State Farm for a long time. God dang, they got a lot of fucking money. Like, you don't, dude, when I'm telling you these white people got money, dude, State Farm got so much money. They got so much money, bro. They can change your life, man, with that contract, bro. They can change your life with a contract, dog, in a minute. You got to understand this, bro. For a black entrepreneur, that's heavy, bro. To get a wink from State Farm or to get a wink from one of these big companies and you work your ass off and some fucking bullshit ass basketball player takes all the fucking money, that shit'll piss a businessman off. Because guess what, though? It's their brand. And all they have to do is have the brand. They don't have to have any substance to get the money. I don't care. I don't know. Look, Michael Jordan is different. Michael Jordan is different. Michael Jordan has a shoe that sells with Michael Jordan's name on it. And everybody else, everybody loves those shoes. I've never heard anybody say that Michael Jordan shoes are not high quality shoes. That's an actual product, the shoe. The shoe is the product. Man, I'm not going to say anything about Michael Jordan. I don't know Michael Jordan. I know Michael Jordan never took no money out of my mouth, though. I know Michael Jordan never took no money out of my mouth. All that State Farm marketing money, they stopped spending money with black companies, as far as I know. As soon as they started doing that, ecosystem dried up for all the black businesses. You don't think these dudes are taking all the money? Puffy got $1 billion, bro. You know why Puffy got $1 billion? Because they stole $500 billion from black people. And they broke him off $1 billion. Right? That's how Puffy got rich. Now, don't get me wrong, there are people that are doing stuff that's solid, like Byron Allen, who got these networks who are putting these shows on. That's quality work that's getting that man that money. That dude that's doing the I'm sorry, what's my guy's name out there in Chicago? Like from Ariel Capital, John Rogers. John Rogers, very wealthy, very, very, very wealthy man, from what I understand. And he is doing what? He's giving people value by getting money, people return on their money. That's a real job. Nah, BET ain't destroying our community, dude. Look. We got to get out of this brand shit. Thinking that somebody is all that just because of their brand. You guys sound like, I'm telling you, man, y'all sound like a little, you guys sound like you guys want to do threesomes with Puffy. When I hear you do that brand shit. Because, bro, I'm trying to tell you, man, I learned business from old school dudes with old school terminology. And I know the old school terminology, bro. And all you're doing is reframing the same bullshit other people were using. This brand shit is nothing but your reputation. You are selling your reputation. What's your brand? It's your reputation. That's it. There's no value in your brand other than its reputation. And so guess what happens? Now you got YouTube channels that want to tear up your brand by doing what? Constantly tearing at your reputation. Isn't that what they do? Don't they constantly tear Gervonta Davis's reputation to try to affect his brand? And isn't that what boxing's constantly talking about, their brands? Dude, when I went to college, my dad told me, if you pledge a fraternity, don't get no brand. You're not supposed to have a brand because you can't get away from the brand. Puffy is a brand. Everything touching Puffy now. My mom always says, son, you can't do what other white friends do. You have to, oh, yeah, no doubt. But I'm going to tell you, white people can't get away with this shit. Bro, you think, dude, let me tell you something, man. There's a lot of shit y'all think white people can get away with that they can't get away with, that they go through every day not getting away with. Dog, these white people go to jail for this shit too, okay? They will put your ass in jail. They will put your ass in jail too. Now, the media may not do all that shit to you, right? So, like, Harvey Weinstein may be able to slide off because his friends will say, you know, keep it out of the media. Oh, but that law? Oh, no, that law gonna try to come get you. That law gonna come try to come get you. Okay? They on demon time. Them feds on demon time. Dude, Epstein got away with shit until. I like how you said that, until. You got away with that shit until. Now, I'm not saying that there ain't people that do get away with it. There are people that live their entire life and get away with shit. I'm sure there are. I wouldn't roll the dice myself, and that ain't no nothing I was setting, no path I was setting my kids on by celebrating them. Dude, do you realize that people are looking up to Meg the Stallion? Dude, I see you, Kano. Come on. People looking up to Megan the Stallion is a powerful black woman because she's brave enough to have her ass flying all over the place. Oh, come on, bro. I ain't trying to hear all that shit. You guys are being groomed. You're being groomed. What's going on, man?
What's going on, OG?
Them having fun, man. What's up with you?
None. I'm shit. I don't know if I can flip the camera, but I'm making these little cases for Rolls Royce.
Oh, dope. Rolls Royce, the car.
Yeah, well, you know they do aviation and all kind of stuff. So.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we work with them sometimes. Our little company. So. But these fucking things are annoying. So how much time you got to talk? Because you've been speaking on a few different topics, and I'm like, damn, I want.
Bro, you got about. I'll give you 3 minutes.
All right. So what I want to say is, as far as that narrative, yeah, you're right. But I feel like more so than being groomed, what I've noticed is over the years, it's like the narrative that's really being pushed is that, you know, the people up in the who really control things and the not so secret anymore societies, they really moving us away from God, right? That's really like their main purpose. That's what they trying to do. So whoever you want to speak on, you know, Freemasonry, the Cabal, and Jesuits, whoever you want to name, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let me stop that. The Jesuits are not trying to. They're not trying to move you away from God. The Masons are definitely not trying to move you away from God. The people that are trying to move you away from God are scientists.
Yeah. No, I'm saying whoever people want to name, like whoever. People want to name.
No, many people will manipulate God. They will manipulate. They will manipulate you through their use of the concept of God. Exactly. But they're not going to run you away from that. The people that I know that are really trying to run you away from the concept of God are scientists who are trying to explain God away every day. Yeah, so that they can have their own, so that they can lay down the laws and tell everybody what they need to do instead of God. And some people think God is the state. There's a lot of different theories about the relationship between state and God. Exactly. But go ahead, man.
So another one is, if you can give us a quick story time. Have you ever, because personally I've dealt with a lot of things that couldn't be explained by science, if you catch my drift. Have you ever, what is an experience that you've had to where, whether it was creepy, it freaked you out, you was terrified in that moment, that you still to this day, you cannot put a scientific explanation on it? Something that happened to you know what I'm saying?
Well, I couldn't put a scientific explanation for why of anything. See, science can always tell you the how. They never tell you the why. They're not in the why business. They're in the how business. But I'll tell you, as far as that type of stuff go, yeah, I'll tell you. And I can probably
I can get back. You can give us a couple stories, though.
No, I'll give you a bunch. No worries. I told you.
I can give y'all a story. It'll make you goosebumps pop up, boy.
Okay, follow mine. Okay. All right. So this is why I believe in it. Because when I was a kid, and I'm going to give you a series of experiences.
Okay.
So when I was a kid, between the age when I was like 16 years old, 15 years old, I got in a fight I got jumped. Oh, let me start with the first one. I went to this school that was really, really racist. And there was a kid that I was friends with that one day called me a nigger and slapped me in the face. And his name was Paul. And I like Paul, but then I started thinking about Paul and I really hated Paul after that. Paul died maybe 2 years later of a heart attack. After that, there was another guy named Alan. And I had another instance with him that was very, very similar. And I got jumped. And he spit in my face. 2 years later, not more than 2 years later after he spit in my face, he was dead. I had wished the first one dead. I had wished the second one dead, and they both died. Shortly after I was like, I wish they were dead. And then after that, I've had experiences where when I started really studying and trying to understand the connections. Hold on one second. Hey, Leonard, I'm on my live stream, man. That's good. I'll hit you back, though. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. That was a great Leonard Ellerby. I got a call from Leonard Ellerby. I feel like super special. Yeah. Anyway, so back onto the non-boxing. So basically what I did was I started really studying. And plus, you got to understand, my mother, every time I leave the house and something goes wrong, my mother always calls me. Mm-hmm. So she's always raised me believing like there's a connection between me and you. If you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, I always know it. So right, so she knew it every time. So I pretty much knew that was the situation. But then I started playing with it, and one time I believed because I started. And this is why I'd never ever mess with. I'm never going to do this again, but I did it like 2 times. I believe that if the theory is true about voodoo, that you should be able to, if you sympathize well enough with an animal, that animal should do what you ask that animal to do. I've read that in the theories behind it.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself one day, well, that would mean that if I was hungry, like a true magician, if a true wizard was hungry, he could just ask a bird to die for him, and the bird would just die and fall to its feet. If this was true, and on 2 different occasions, I've literally had a bird fall and die right by my feet. Fell out of a tree right by my foot. And another one fell out of a tree again right by my foot. And I had witnesses and people that I brought to the bird. And I said, did you see that this bird just dropped? So he's like, yes, I saw that. And the next time it happened, I said, did you see that happened? And they said, yes, that happened. I had a cousin my cousin who passed away, rest in peace, also was very, very, very heavy into voodoo. He was very, very heavy into other things.
Yeah,
so yes, yeah. So they all had. So basically, the understanding of that I understand to be true because it's not like some mystery thing. It's really how the world works. Because if you look at quantum physics, it says basically that if any 2 quarks, this is a theory of quantum physics, that if any 2 quarks are ever in the same place at the same time, that they will always be dependent upon each other regardless of the space. And you combine that with the Big Bang Theory, that means that all quarks at one point in time were in connection with each other. So therefore, everything acts dependently upon each other. And it's really a matter of your own will as to what you manifest. And there's a lot of explanations about science being so accurate from mystics that say the reason that science is so accurate is because they are actually manipulating reality when they instruct reality to create these rules, and that nature will then bend to their will because they believe it so strongly. But if they were to believe different things and they had a different foundational view of the world that was not so mechanistic, that they could actually do things that what people would call the powers of Thoth, or the powers of where people really believe those, And then there's all kind of stuff through history. There's actual written cases. So you had Edward Case, Edward Case, and this is something where I had a discussion with a doctor, a good friend of mine, who is, by the way, from New Orleans. So, cats from New Orleans are really, all of them, many people in New Orleans are really down with that, right? Or at least they understand that it's dangerous and it's something you need to be very, very careful with. So this doctor came from there. When I talked to him about Edward Case, and I was like, look, man, I think that these things can happen this way. He said, yeah, we know they can. Yes, Edward Case. And this is what Edward Case did. Edward Case, they could put him to sleep, and they could tell Edward Case about somebody that was sick halfway across the world. And he could diagnose that person halfway across the world with accuracy, and they would communicate the information to the doctor, and it would help the patient. So this is a medical fact. Yeah, it's a medical fact that this took place. But what the doctor said, he was like, yes, that happened, but you have to understand that only happens when the mind is broken. He said, in order for that to happen, the mind is not properly filtering out things. And it's getting access to things that it's true information, but you're not sane. And you are going to wind up being delusional. That's why all the mystics and what they would call, like they talk about like the Oracle of Delphi. The Masons talk about the Oracle of Delphi. The oracles, they are all crazy people. They're like literally crazy people. They're nuts. But because they're nuts, they have the access to information that you may not have access to, because your brain is so centered on keeping you on earthly things. Because the reason that your brain operates like that as a filter for spiritual things is so that you can stay focused on your material world that you're going through every day. Because if you had to hear that's a long talk, but you get my point?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that, because like one time me and my one of my homies, we was having a discussion or a debate, and we was just talking about the state of the world and what's going on, and we was talking about diving into the higher ups and who's really behind the money, who's really behind the media, who, so we was having a real
none of this shit. Look, watch this shit. I'm telling you, listen to this. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of, what is it? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil.
At all.
Right? So look, what is the shadow of death? It's the valley of the shadow of death. What they're saying is, in a metaphysical sense, that everything that you experience is really just a reflection of the original. And that, so therefore, anything that you really experience in this life is really just a microcosm of what you experience, what your spirit experiences throughout the universe. I'm telling you, man, it's really like I think, and I've already said this, as far as politics goes, we'll get simple. I'll do the political one, because that's all based down on like your view of reality.
Right.
Okay. And there's a lot of different views of reality. But as far as like what I think is the most powerful thing for young people to have in their life is for them to essentially understand that they are good and that other human beings are good. So if you believe that your nature, your very core is good, and you believe that the nature of and the core of other people are actually good, it allows you to respect them and them to respect you equally. Yeah, but as long as you think you're elevated above them, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because inherently you are good. That's because you're not contaminated with what's going on in the world. You still have, that's why they say you have your innocence. You have your innocence. You see little kids go to the zoo, until you learn about that a bear can maul you to death, they want to pet the bear. You know what I mean? They're innocent. Kids perceiving everything as good. I mean, because you're not tainted with the struggles and the hardships and the heartbreaks that just you're humanly experienced. You're not experienced to that yet.
No, they just haven't changed your mind. Basically, even then, okay, but watch this. All right, so let's use this in just a different example.
Okay.
All right. If I were to tell you, if I was to say that somebody was gay, and I look at a gay person and I say, that person is bad. Why? Because he is gay. And why is that bad? And why is that bad? That is bad because he is doing evil things which are against the law of God. Right. Now, versus you saying this, that sex is something that he does. It's not who he is. It's just something that he does. It's something that he may spend 15 minutes. He may spend 40 minutes a week doing that. Other than that, that's just an act that he does, but he is a good person who is doing something that he may have been led to do this bad, or something that he does that you think is bad, but he disagrees you with. But if you respect him as a good person, then you're not going to label anything that he does. You're not going to mistake that act for him. He can be a good person that's doing a bad thing. And so therefore we need to address the thing that he does and not the person. Now,
the separation
right. Now, the core to that, if you look at racism, at its very core, racism says that a black person is these bad things because they are black. So they are saying that you are bad by nature. And if somebody is bad by nature, what do you have to do? You have to control them. You have to put laws around them. You have to put all kinds of things around them to make sure that they don't take advantage of their natural inclinations, which is to do horrible things. So that when you see as a person and by their nature being bad, you are then telling that person that you have to do things to control them. Where if you think somebody has the spirit of God within them, or they are made of God, then you know that God has them. And you don't need to instill laws around them because the laws that would be around them are in them through what created them. It is a fundamental difference in the good and bad of people. And I'm telling you, it leads all the way to politics, religion, philosophy. I'm telling you, that'll permeate mathematics.
Yeah, that's kind of like my philosophy on life so far in my 24 years of existence. I feel as though that's why I like something simple. I don't even kill insects just because who am I to take the life of this bug just because it inconveniences me when that was also made by God, just like I was made by God. The old lady behind me in the store, the cat, the dog, the bird, the frog. We all got God within us because we all come from the Creator.
Watch this. I like that you said that. Let me give you a food for thought. How fearful of death do you think a lion really is?
Not worried about that. Maybe. I mean, if it gets to that point to where he's getting attacked,
they don't think about it, right? Like they take each other's lives very willy-nilly in nature.
Yeah, that's
like one kills one, the other kills the other, and guess what? The plains of Africa always look the same.
Exactly.
Even though there's always somebody dying, an animal dying, there's always an animal being born. So I ask, and again, if we are all of God, then wouldn't that mean that same manifestation is just manifesting itself over and over again, that is going out and is coming in, is going out and is coming in, just like trees falling off, but one growing, but it's still the same tree. It's still the same forest, right? Still the same forest. So I'm telling you that to the extent that this shit is crazy is that they have never really accurately proven the phenomenon of death being the end of a life. You can't even.
It's crazy though. It's crazy though, because I was, like I said, I was having a debate about that too, because a lot of people want to. Well, my homie, he was like, he don't believe whatever. I'm like, bro, look, you can't even comprehend death. You're not meant to comprehend death because you're alive. You can't think. That's why when you die in a dream, like right before you hit the ground, you wake up because your brain can't even think about what's gonna happen once I die. You can't even fathom it, bro. You can't even comprehend you can't understand it because you're not meant to. You're meant to live. So live your fucking life and don't worry about that.
Well, hold on, man. Let's do a child's game then. This is a child's game. I get everybody with this kid's game.
All right.
Where were you before you were born?
Well, we talking about, what I'm saying, my non-corporeal self. So I feel
like I'm just saying, where were you? What day? What's your birthday?
February.
What year were you born?
February 2nd, 2000.
Okay. Where were you February 2nd, 1990?
Nobody knows.
Let me tell you, let me there you go. But there was no doubt that you were born.
Exactly.
After that though, watch. You know for sure you were not alive on September 1990.
Yep.
But you were definitely alive after that.
Bro.
So you came from nothing and you became something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you leave, you're going back into the same nothing that created you and made you something before. So if you came out of nothing the first time, why can't you come out of nothing? Why can't you come out of nothing the second time? That shit is just fucking basic logic. You came from somebody. Like, people keep talking about death, but they never look backwards. Dude, I guarantee you, if you know right now that your child, do you have children?
Nah.
Okay, but you know right now, if you make up your mind, you can have one.
Oh, yo, my mom.
So therefore, you know it's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm bro.
So therefore, you know it goes somewhere.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
there. That's the answer to that literally is the answer. The question, now watch this. The only hang up is this, is where does the life go? Or how does or better yet, how does the life manifest? It could be that this whole thing is for you to grow into your next phase.
Thank you.
It's just as likely that you could be a caterpillar. Listen, like literally think about what a caterpillar does. A caterpillar is is worms around, and then it basically gets into a cocoon and it dies. And then after it sits there for a few days, it opens up and it becomes a new thing, and it lives a completely different reality. There's no reason that a human being being spirit could not be cocooned inside of a human body, and that at the death of that body, that spirit, non-corporeal spirit, is literally moves forward but not back into another manifestation. Yeah, it's just as logical. It's just as logical as anything. It's more logical than when you die, nobody knows. It's just for no goddamn reason.
Right, exactly. And that's why I be trying to say, like, it's no way of knowing. So you trying to, for people who focus on it or are afraid of it, it's like, bro, it's gonna happen no matter what. Like, that's why, like, people who, glad you said that, because then it leads into a different tangent, my bad. But like, people who are scared to fall in love again, you know, it's like, bro, another heartbreak is gonna happen no matter what. Why are you so afraid of putting yourself out there? Just go for it. Like, live your life, enjoy the experience that you had with that person. Don't hold resentment, but just live your life. At least you just make sure you can look back at it and say, hey, I gave it the best that I had. I gave it my all, enjoyed the time we had together, and that was it. Like, we just didn't work out. But you don't have to hold yourself back and, you know what I mean, restrain yourself in any way because you're afraid to get hurt. You're afraid to get bro, it's going to happen no matter what. Just let it happen. Whether it's 5 days, 5 years, maybe it don't happen. You never know, but you don't drive down the fucking street. My tire.
All right, bro, we on love conversations now, bro. We was doing metaphysicals.
I'm shifting on
different. Yeah, don't shift. I'm going to holler at you, dog.
All right, OG.
Don't shift to that, dog. Because on the real... Yeah, dog. You know, there's a whole relationship question about that one. But I'll get back with you. Thank you, sir.
Nah, most definitely, OG. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Peace. He said, today was well-needed deep thought. I mean, hey, man, I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation. I'm telling you the truth. Somebody said you knew I was doing. Let me tell you something, dog. I'll tell you the dead truth. Bro, hey, man. I grew up in a family full of people that thought that stuff. I was born into that. That ain't just me. I was born into that. So anyway, man, yeah, my cousin was big voodoo dude, man. The voodoo drug dealer, bro. A murdering voodoo drug dealer, bro, was one of my heroes. Today was I appreciate you guys listening to me, man. I'm serious. You guys got to be careful with the words you use, because everything Puffy ever put into, I said the same thing about Deontay Wilder. You hating on Tank? Yeah, I'm hating on Tank. Sure, I'm hating on Tank, baby boy. Anyway, here's a link, bro. Anybody want to talk boxing before I jump up out of here? I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm going to keep going for a little while. But no, I would never do any of that physical stuff. No, I would never touch it. That's the only time I ever touched it. Really. In that sense, that's the only time I really ever touched it. But that shit works, bro. Believe it. You can off somebody, dog, for real. Like, dude, seriously, man, you guys, like, it amazes me, man. You guys don't really think, like, if you really think about science and what it means, like, you really extrapolate forward about what people can do. Dude, there's people that can literally turn your lights off from halfway across the world with nothing but knowing your name. As long as you know who they are and you're willing to accept it, bro, you're dead as a doornail. You're dead as a doornail. Fucking with them, bro. This African dude got so scared. Man, he's African, man. I'm trying to tell you, you want to see somebody scared of some stuff? Find some of them African dudes that talk to them real voodoo cats in Africa. Dog, they get scared, bro. He said, facts, all I need is the picture. I'm trying to tell you, that's all. Some of the people, all they need is the picture. Yeah, exactly. It's if you accept it. You got to accept it. That's why black people have such a beautiful mechanism to self-defense. It's called arrogance. You literally cannot tell me shit about myself that I'm taking from you. The only person that's ever been able to really damage me psychologically like that is like my mother and my father. You can damage your kids like that too. Anyway, one thing about your channel, you're going to learn something new about life in general, not just boxing. Thanks, man. Go ahead and ask some of them practitioners of them arts, bro. They'll tell you that shit works. It works. The more subtle, the better. The more subtle. The thing is, they be selling you them dolls, bro. I don't believe them dolls now. Them dolls, all them trinkets and all that shit, they suckering you. You don't need no dolls. You don't need no dolls. You don't need any of that. None of that stuff is necessary. All that stuff is just being sold. These cats, the real dude's gonna sit there with nothing. Oh, he's talking to you, OG. Okay. Hey, everybody want to go to heaven. Nobody want to dead screw face. What is that? Anyway, put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed the conversation. Put a 1 in the chat in case because we got a few more minutes in case somebody want to hit the link. And thank you guys so much for your support today. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. T. Orlando said 0. Oh, because I forgot your super chat, bro. My bad. He said 9. Did you know white folks' ice is colder? It is. All these dudes thinks white people's ice is colder. LeBron thinks white people's ice is colder. All y'all begging white people to drink their liquors and drive their cars. All y'all think their ice is colder because their ice is colder. You got some lukewarm ass. Their water is colder. You got some lukewarm ass dirty water, bro. Drink that dirty ass water. Ain't gonna hurt you. No worries, Mr. Mileage. Nah, somebody said that. Somebody's like, man, you practicing voodoo? Hell no, I don't practice no voodoo. Why would I waste my time on that? Dog, I'm trying to tell you, science works better. Woo, science works good. Yeah, dude. Did y'all enjoy but y'all enjoyed the show? That's good. We entertained. We need to entertain. Does anybody want to argue with me? Here's one more link to argue with me. Wish me some cash, I can tell you how to do it. Nah, you don't. Nah, it's not hot. Don't you? If you say, hey, Germelina, here's the problem. If you say, wish me some cash, you're not going to get none. Me wishing you some cash is going to make sure you're broke. You can't do it like that. Doesn't work. I'm telling you, man. The English language is interesting. If I was to say, I really hope that Adrian Molina gets some money, the only thing that I'm guaranteeing is that you never have any money by saying that. Would you guys like to know why that will never work? Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to know why that particular thing would never work. And actually, how prayer, actually from a metaphysical standpoint, based off my readings of voodoo and science and all of that, I would tell you that you're actually making it a situation where you will never get it. Okay, so I'll tell them. This is why you'll never get it. Because you have to understand that time and space is relative. Remember, relativity, it's relative. Relative to what? Your perspective. So if you tell yourself something is bad, like say, oh, this phone is so bad. I hate this phone. Guess what? This phone is bad to me, right? And it becomes real. It's really bad. Okay? Because I say it's bad. Does that make sense to you? This is bad because I said it was bad. Now, let me tell you, by saying I would like money, that's telling you that you don't have money. And remember, time and space is relative. So there is no progression of time. Since there is no real progression of time for the person that you're asking, you're telling them that the state of being is that you're broke because you're asking. You have to state it as if it is already true. You have to already win. You have to already do it. You already know it's there. And because you already know it's there in a non-material sense, it will manifest itself in a material sense. Just like when you say, I want to have a baby with your wife, you have relations, it manifests into a physical baby. But you knew what you were doing when you made it happen. So you cannot say you want something, because whenever you want it, you don't have it. You have to say you have it, and you have to thank someone for it. That is why they tell you to have a thankful idea for God. Do not go to God requesting or asking for anything, because God is everything. God is everything. He's everywhere. You don't have to ask God for himself. He's already here. But if you use the power of God to form your reality into something that you do not have, you will never get it until you say that you have it and it comes to you. Without faith, works is dead. That's why I'm saying you can't do it that way, dude. That will never work for you. And every time you go and you pray like this, please give me, I need, please give me, I need. All you're doing is saying, I don't have it, I don't have it, I really don't have it, I definitely don't have it, I don't have it, oh, I don't have it. Why? Because it's you talking to you. You got to remember, God is within you is the belief that these systems have. So when you're speaking, you are speaking with the strength of God to God, which will manifest. So you can't say that you don't have, because you won't allow yourself to have. You have to tell yourself you have. And when you have and you believe, you get. That's why athletes can visualize boxing matches. That's why that works. That's why visualization in boxing matches work. That's why The Secret, that's why all that stuff works. But there's also other things you can't do with it too. But yeah, turn my life around, bro. Yes, you cannot, dude. I'm telling you, I am smart. Not I think I could be. No, I am. I think, therefore I am. That's what that means. I think, therefore I am. My thought becomes manifest. I must think first, and then it manifests. Same way that you pick up a pencil. It's the same basic fundamentals. I think I want this drink of water. I didn't think about anything about grabbing that cup. All I did is say I want it, and guess what? I didn't know what my brain did to get all that stuff over here. I was talking, and I can do this at the same time. Right? You think, and therefore it is. You're manifesting something, manifesting an action from the spiritual mind. If you don't believe that you can grab that cup, you won't be able to grab that cup. If you don't believe you can make a free throw, you're going to miss it. That's confidence to create. And your confidence comes from the fact that you are of God. That's why Ali said, if God is with me, can't nobody be against me. Allah is God, and Elijah Muhammad is his messenger, and I'm a vehicle. I am the greatest. Bro, that shit was so magical. That shit is so magical. And what did he do? When he said, I am the greatest, we just waited to see that he was true. Same thing with Deontay Wilder when he said, think it, believe it, receive it. And he would get in all them knockouts up until it was time, up until he until he got everything he needed. Because that's what he said. I'm going to do these things. And he did these things. And then right when he creates his vision, all the power went away. That's when Christ is on the cross and he says at the end, why have thou forsaken me? Right? Because he had served his full purpose. And now the Christos is gone. And he was like, why? But it will be reborn. I'm telling you, I love this type of conversation. But you can't have these type of conversations if you fall in love with God I'm telling you, I fell in love with God at 11 years old. I have never, not a day in my life, not talked to God as much as I possibly can. I walk into the backyard. I'm walking up and down, 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 talking to God. I fell in love with God. So I wanted to know more. And none of you guys are ever going to convince me from trying to seek him more. Seek her more. Yes, it is. That's what happened to Devin. Yes. Devin, see, for me, if I had to explain what happened to Devin put so much negativity out on other people, they rejected it. Many people rejected it. Gervonta rejected it. All the shit that they said about Gervonta, all the things they said about Gervonta didn't take any of that on himself. So all that shit rebounded back on them. That's why you can't do it. See, here's the thing. Here's the flip side. If I wish something bad for you and you don't believe it, guess where that bad energy, guess where that bad purpose goes? That bad purpose comes back to me. But if you accept it, it stays with you. Yeah, and it comes back tenfold. But if the people accept it, which is the beautiful thing about Western civilization, because the number one thing that they have been focused on is making people believe it. They are constantly focused on making sure you believe their version of reality, explaining their version of reality, keeping you believing whatever they say. It's essential. Because the minute you stop believing that and you start manifesting for yourself, then their mechanisms no longer work on you. Really. In the immortal words of Dave Chappelle, I want everything bad in life to happen to you and only you. No, let me tell you what I would do. Let me tell you what I did to Terrence Crawford. Can I tell you what I did to Terrence Crawford? Can I put a 1 in the chat? I did it to Terrence Crawford. I did it. Terrence Crawford thought I was playing around. I wasn't playing. Bro, I wasn't playing. It was one of the meanest things I could have possibly did. If we're talking about manifestation and what we're talking about, that's why, okay, so Terrence Crawford one time told me that my mother should have swallowed me. That's what he told me. And we know what I told him back? I said, blessings to you. Thanks, champ. I wish you nothing but the best. I hope you're well. Now remember, what I'm telling you about voodoo. Okay? Let me tell you what I'm telling you about Christianity. What I'm telling you about metaphysics. What I'm talking to you about Gnosticism. When I'm talking to you about the Zoroastrians. When I'm talking about any of these things, these people that we've studied, I'm telling you right now, that right there, let me tell you what that does. When he insults me and tells me something bad upon my mother, I do not accept it. I don't take it as an insult. I say, thank you, man. And I think you're a really great guy. So, and I'm being very serious about it. I wasn't being tongue in cheek. I mean this. I'm not mad that he said it about my mother. Doesn't affect me. And I think he's a really great guy. And honestly, I'm appreciative that he said my name because, that made me a little bit more of a public figure. Thank you for validating me as a public figure. So I really take everything that he says, even though it's an insult, is really nice to me. But at the same time, I wish him well. But what does he do? He rejects my well wishes. He says, you're just capping. You're just capping for the media. You don't mean that. And I said, again, I reiterate to him, no, I do mean that. I really mean that. I hope you and your family are doing well. I really do. Now, what am I doing here? I am rejecting his negative energy, and I am sending him positive energy, which he is rejecting. So, in a metaphysical sense, he gave me negative energy, which I turned into positive energy for me, and then I gave him back positive energy, which he rejected and sent back to me. because he rejected it. That's a double win for me and a loss for him, because the negativity that he sent to me went back to him. And the positive thoughts that I gave him went back to me. Didn't stay with him. So as far as that exchange, in a metaphysical sense, I win. If you consider that a battle of wizard's chess, of energy, I would win. Because I'm better man for it. And he's lesser off because of it. Now, see, people just think that's societal. Right? That just makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, well, I feel better. No, you got to understand, bro. When you have real energy in you that you put that was negative and you can't get it out, and that person doesn't say, you created something within yourself that you got to find a way to get out. I gain nothing. Yeah, you gain nothing by wishing bad on others. What you always wish is, that's why you wish your enemies well. It's not because you love them. It's because these idiots are going to reject it, and you are going to look good in the eyes of yourself. Because you're going to have respected the God in them, but they didn't respect the God in you. So you better believe that the God between you is riding with you and not them. Which is why Cassie can drag Puffy Combs to the mud if he's out there abusing all these people and sending these negative feelings towards people. Over a period of time, if these people start waking up, they're no longer accepting it. They're no longer taking place in the orgies. They're no longer taking place in the liquors and the drugs. They're cleaning themselves up. They're no longer chasing glory. There's nothing else for this guy to offer. Hit them. But they can then take that energy and send it right back to them. But that energy has been fermenting for 30 years. It's been fermenting for 30 years. And this dude is catching hell. His kids are catching hell. His mom is catching hell. His associates are catching hell. The people catching hell is going to be much wider and much more severe than the people that ever got anything good from him. All because of the same logic and the metaphysics that I'm talking about in the conversation between me and Terrence Crawford. There's a reason that they say, wish your enemies well. Wish your enemies well. You believe so much in the physical, in just the physical universe. You think that the physical universe is primary to the non-physical. But again, as we talked about how you were born, I was not alive in 1968. And nor do I know if I was alive for infinity before that. But I know I was alive now. So how do I know that I'm not living in the same existence, but with just a different perspective? I'm telling you, you got to really, really, really think about this stuff, because you can't trust the school system. You can't trust your teachers. You can't trust your historians. You have to do the work. You got to come up with your own vision and theory of how all the world works. And I'm telling you, it's going to point back to the goodness of God. It did for me. And when I'm saying the goodness of God, I'm literally telling you what I said is good when I'm positive at somebody and it comes back to me, because that's good. That's creating. That's constructing. But when you tear down, you get the energy of degradation, the energy of disintegration. Not creation, but of breaking something down. Well, if you're specializing in breaking things down and having energy that breaks things down and destroys things, destroys their lives, destroys their feelings, destroys their homes, you better believe that shit is going to come back to you eventually. And that's the main reason that these people are so scared, because they've been doing it for centuries and centuries and centuries, and they still ain't found a way off this planet. They're trying to spend half the money in the world to keep people from killing them. No joke. Europeans are spending almost all the resources in the world to prevent people from killing them. And they're trying to build planes to get off the planet to go somewhere else. Isn't that what we say? Hey, man, we need to go to war constantly because they're going to come over here if we don't go over there. That right there tells people that they are all thinking, man, these people are coming to get me. So we don't have no time for you guys getting sick with your floods. We don't need to go. I don't care about your education or your jobs. We spending all this money on defense because we know full well that the second we come down on this, they're all coming to get us. So that animosity creates a constant war in the world. And it all streams from a few simple people and the way that they feel and their effects throughout all of humanity. Wish your enemies well is some nonsense used to keep people. No. Hunter Young, that's not nonsense. You do wish them well. But well is not, dude, well is not for you to decide. Brother, if you mess with me, I can shoot you in your forehead and still wish you well. Why are you on that ground? Twitching. What do you mean? Have you not noticed that people can absolutely take you off this planet and not wish you ill at all? You're just doing something where the only thing that I have to do is I got to defend myself. But I do wish you well. I understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, and you're doing it against me. But guess what? I got to do what I got to do. You got to do what you got to do. No hate. Like Blue Blood. I don't have any hate towards Blue Blood. He got to do what he got to do. I don't have a problem. I don't agree with him, but I don't have any hate towards him. That hate would eat at me. So I'm not eating it myself so that I can. I'm not doing that for anybody. Not anymore. I used to do it a lot. Not doing it anymore. So it does help you a lot to remove your anger from yourself. Because remember, now watch this. I didn't say nonviolence. Notice when I said wish your enemies well, that's an attack. Wishing them well. Terrence Crawford, when I wished him well, he took it as an insult. He took it as an insult that I wished him well. Bro, that's a bruise. That's a bruise. He felt like I bruised him. No, man. No, wish your enemies well, but then take care of your business. So you don't get overly emotional and make bad choices. And sometimes when you wish your enemy well, you can avoid some battles with your enemy. Because you're thinking, oh, okay, well, this is kind of what the dude wants to do. As long as, anyway, you get my point. I mean, that's how I see the world. You guys can tell me something different. If you see the world a different way than I see the world, I'll respect that. Bruh said, how dare you say have a nice day? That's exactly what he did. He said, he's like, how dare you say, oh, I don't believe that you want me to have a nice day. Yes, I do. I do want you to have a nice day, bud. I do. Trust you, me. I want you to have a great day. One more happy person in the world. You know? Anyway, though, it's been a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have multiple guns and a license to carry. I still train boxing. Let me tell you, bro, I don't even care about no gun. I don't really care about no gun. I'm going to try to tell you right now. I don't think I need a gun. All right, Morgan Baird, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think I need a gun. Because you better believe if I get shot, I was going to get shot if I had one or not. But, this fucking idiots. Listen to this shit. Bud has moved on from that. Now, let me say something else that I will do. Hey, you dumbass. Hey, dumbass. Bud has moved on from that. Oh, my God. You think he survived him telling me I have a nice day? You think he's moving? You think he's... Oh, man, you're hilarious. I live in a place where it's illegal if you don't buy your own gun. Get training. Everything is down range if you're an idiot. Oh, that's all right. I'm just telling you that I'm probably going to get one, though. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to start shooting one, though. I probably will get one. Yes, sir. Thank you. And thank you, Alan Snowstain. But anyway, let me get out of here. Y'all have a wonderful day. Man, I had a good conversation, bro. Oh, did you? Sorry, Jameson. Look, man, I had so much fun telling y'all about that. Bro, and I promise you, dude, I can tell you the person about the bird. Dude, no joke. That bird is dead story, bro. I was like, wow, it's real. And it was like, yeah, it's real. But you got to be crazy to do that shit, though. Really? I don't think you can do that type of stuff unless you're off your rocker a little bit. Because I don't think you have enough belief to pull that off unless you're a little bit crazy. That's why crazy people are magical, because you can't really instill any doubt. You can't instill any doubt in them. I have 3 young kids. I have them for the house for 9. I was just telling Morgan it's still smart to have hand-to-hand combat. Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, definitely that. Definitely that. Jameson Childress, thank you so much. He said, support for the show, family. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Jameson. Yeah, bro, but honestly, man, all that stuff is Christian, too, and I'm a Christian. And I'm a Christian. Just so you know, I'm a Christian. Salute.